You wanted the best. You got the best. All the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Put your hands together for Chick Nugs. What's up, bitches? How y'all doing? I heard there was a shitty video shot today, and that only means one thing. Let me turn this goddamn light on here. Chick Nugs don't like to sit in the dark. Kind of message would that be to people? There's only one way to approach shitty things, and that's to be shitty yourself. All right? So we're going to be taking a look at perhaps one of the shittiest videos ever made in the history of mankind. And I'm not kidding when I say that. This could be, by all accounts, the worst effing video in the history of humankind. And you know what I always say? The man built himself up on Content Cop. He damn well gonna destroy himself with it too. You know what I'm saying? There's only one way to go approach this. All right, we ain't need no pussyfoot and no EG. Okay, we don't need no time. We got no time for no EG. That's right. I curse. All right, Chick Nugs is a little foul mouth. All right, my mama, I don't even know my mama. I raised myself on my own boat. It was a beautiful thing. But I'm sure EG's down here dicking around playing with himself or something back there, but not tonight, baby. Not tonight. There's only one way to approach the worst video ever made. And that is, do it your damn self. You know what I'm saying? Do it your damn self. I was in town. He didn't know I was going to be here. So you know what? Fuck it. That's what I say. I'm here tonight. I'm here tonight. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this big time. I heard about the H3. I heard about the Idubbz. I heard everybody giving their opinions, their shit opinions on the dang thing. But there's only one way to approach this tonight. And that is, give it your all, folks. Give it your fucking all. Let me shield it. Let me shield his channel for him real quick, and then we come back. We'll do a little bit of roll call. Shit, that was the wrong one. This one he was supposed to play.
Easy lately, standing for what's right.
All right. I saw Nomad ask me how I feel about Frogan.
Well, would you look at that? Someone's guilty of being
Look at that
total
handsome fella right
badass.
there.
Chick Nugs approves.
That's
this
a good-looking
message.
fella right there.
Solent Luna super chatted $10.
Hell
Chick
yeah!
Nugs love you, you are you.
Woo, boy! I likes me some green. You know what I'm saying? EG might be not about them donations, but Lord, I know I like them. There's two things I like in this world, and that's women with big ass titties and money. You know what I'm saying? That's all I come. That's what I come for. That's what I leave with. You know what I'm saying? That's what I leave with. Anyway, yes. So somebody in the chat had asked me what I feel about that whole Frogan girl. I was just, that Grimace looking chick. She looked like Grimace from the McDonald's commercial. You know that McDonald's, the big purple son bitch? Yeah, that's what he looks like. And then on top of that, we got to talk about Denims, who, by the way, she could get it. I am picking man. She could get it. She could get all 6.5 inches of this pure American muscle. But damn, would I have to tape her mouth shut. And then you got Hassan Piker, Captain Communism. Oh, you heard of Captain America? So Hassan Piker would be Captain Communism. Be in a big old red suit with the hammer and sickle, waiting in the breadline. Because you know damn well, during communist USSR, that shit sucked for everybody. If it was so great, then why in the hell was everybody in East Germany trying to come over to the American side? You know what I'm saying? Uncle McGrimace, Auntie McFrogan. Listen, there's one thing I got to say. All right, Actually, there's a lot of things I'm going to have to say. And you know what? We're going to have to get right into this video because this son bitch long. This is a long son bitch. Listen, the best part of the whole video is like the first 5 minutes, right? And that's just because it's a bunch of idiots dancing around, including the Frogan. From now on, she will be known as the Frogan. Not just Frogan, she's the Frogan because she's a thing. You know what I'm saying? She's a thing. She's a straight up thing. All right, let me go over this. Let me go through this chat real quick right here. I see Swim reads comics. Swim, I'm Chick Nugs. Nice to meet you. I'm Eric's much more handsomer. EG's much more stunning, much more richer, better boat driver, better mud bogger, better monster truck driver. Chick Nugs, I'm his cousin. And it's good to see you. I heard good things about you. Now I don't spend a whole lot. I know that EG he might take time reading them comics there. You know, for me, you know, if I can't build it with a wrench, I don't want nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we got Jammer. I see Jammer's over there on the other channel. I see Felina Misto. What the hell kind of name is that? Felina Misto. It sounds like something I'm gonna get in my pasta. I love Chick Nook so far. EG's yo, I'll tell you, man. EG fucking sucks. All right, he wished his one nut weighed both of his nuts don't weigh as much as just one of mine. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. It's unfair. All right, we have the same genetics, but at the end of the day, it only could be number one. And rule number one, y'all know what rule number one is, right? If y'all remember what rule number one is, write it in the chat. All right. I see Soul and Luna. I see Crazy Cat Lady with 8 kids. God damn, woman. You was busy. You very fertile. The Amish would like you. The Amish like big childbearing hips so they could have a lot of babies. You know what I'm saying? I see Rogero over there. Carla Stop hanging out over on Twitter. I see Blue Jay. Some people tell me she's the bluest of Jays, but I have to see for myself. You know what I'm saying? Who else we got here? Nomad. I see that. What's going on, brother? E-Shift. Intellition. Shift. Good to see you. I heard if you get in the bread line, you get toilet paper instead. Well, you know what? You were happy to get anything, really. You were happy to get anything. I see Mr. Hoot. Rule number 1, don't let your kids listen to Chick. No, that's rule number 4. Rule number 1, I'm number 1. All right, that's all. That's all you need to know. I see Sarah Nolan Little, Janie Minaj, Gypsy Rose. Good to see you. Renee Kendall Robinson. How the hell is you? I don't know if you ever been in here before. AG's never mentioned you, but happy to have you. Mr. T's 2 gold chains. Sorry, Chick Nugs, he rocks 1 gold chain, and that's all he needs. That's all he needs, just 1 gold chain. I see Tommy Wami in the house. I see Sunset Shadow. Good to see you, Sunset. It's time to wake up, AG. He ain't even here. He back there sleeping still. But yeah, wake up, bitch. Wake up. He ain't hearing shit. He's passed out. I don't know what happened to that boy. I'll tell you. He got lazy on me. But that's why, you know, sometimes you got to call on the A-team to get shit done. I see Zach Starbuck in there. It's good to see y'all. Good to see y'all. Did I miss anybody? Did I think I got everyone. I see Jamber. Kim Jacobs over on Later with Lately. Good to see you, Kim. So, you may have realized that hey Maya and Kaylee Aesthetic. Oh, you sweet little cream pie. No pun intended. Maybe a little pun intended. Good to see you. I see Mr. Hoot. Good to see you. Lots of people here tonight. Lots of people. Tina Cat 911. Almost forgot you. But I saved the best for last. You know, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Now, it was no accident that I played those songs before we went live. One, it's a black parade, which is basically like a funeral. Because, let's be honest, Content Cop is dead. Officially, Content Cop is straight dead. Then I played Walking Disaster because what in the hell was that fucking guy thinking? Putting that dumb shit out there. Now, I previewed it. Okay, I'm not going to lie. I've watched the whole thing. You know, I do my homework. I ain't EG. I don't just wing this shit. I know what I'm doing. I know what the I'm doing, all right? Now, listen, I'm a little bit more foul-mouthed than my fairer, more sissy boy cousin, all right? So, just be forewarned, you know? There's two things I like about the F word. One, it sounds great in a sentence. And two, it's what I do on Friday nights, you know what I'm saying? So, I like this. Let me get this set up here, and then we'll get right into this fucking video. This bullshit. This terrible, terrible video. This stream is rated R for retarded. Now, I know some of y'all don't like that word, but guess what? These colors don't run, baby. All right, so as you can see, I already got this piece of shit queued up, ready to go. Content Cop H3. You know what? I'm going to just be straightforward. All these motherfuckers deserve each other. That's what I'm going to say about that. They all deserve each other. They should be on the right side of history. You know why the conservatives are on the right? Because they're right all the time. All right? Hell. You know why they're on the left? Because everybody left. That's how that works. All right, anyway, we got an hour and 6 minutes ahead of us. And y'all know, Chick Nugs love to hear himself talk, so he's gonna hit this bitch, and let's get right into it.
Destination, the beach is surprisingly dangerous. Consider the
fucking thing in our defense, like, actually, Hila's not a baby killer. Actually, accusing Ethan of killing his dog is maybe too far, because they have mobilized such an insane
I'm not a good streamer. EG might be a professional streamer, but
that anybody
I'm just winging this shit.
who says any fucking thing, they will attempt to ruin their lives. And once again,
hell yeah,
the crazy one. It's not.
Can I get a hell yeah for that? Because they will 100% ruin your life. If you give a liberal an inch, they'll take a whole foot. You know what I'm saying? They only take a foot. They don't take a mile because they don't feel like walking that far, right? They want a scooter to ride on. They don't walk that far. But you know what? They be doing that. I've seen it.
Not bad enough that I have this group of people.
What we do here is go back.
Look at that. He didn't do all them sit-ups for no goddamn reason. He's like, you know what? I worked really hard on these abs. I'm going to show them bitches off. I don't know why he's practicing fighting. Hasn't this guy gotten his ass kicked in every fight he's been in? I don't know what he's swinging at. I guess the only fight he probably could win is with an invisible man. Yeah, see, he's kicking the ass. He's kicking the shit out of that invisible guy. Big time. How did he know the camera was there? Oh, wait, that's why, because his big-titted wife is filming him. Listen, you know what? If I could figure out a way to sew a niece's mouth shut, she'd be a good Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Liberal is what should be reserved for how you could spread lotion. Yeah, I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, this motherfucker. Let me tell you something about this chode right here. First off, he wears those glasses to appear smart, because without them, he just walk around like this all day. Adore. He's like this. Adore. Y'all should vote for Palestine. Vote for Palestine. I vote for Palestine as a vote for peace. Y'all. That's this moron right here. That's that guy. All right, let's hear what old Captain Thongwear. Yo, 110. I bet $110 Don't ask me how I got that number. I bet $110 that this guy right here wears women's underwear.
What's up, everybody? I'm Hassan Piker in this Austin broadcast coming to you live from a cloudy day here in California, Los Angeles. We're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic moment because today's a beautiful day.
What the fuck did you just say, son? I don't know if you noticed, right? I know you're really into politics, but in America, we like to speak English. I don't know what the hubbity what that was. Fuck.
I have a very important announcement. I've finally done it. I watched Ethan Klein's Content Nuke, and I'm not.
Well, you know that's a damn lie. This guy don't watch shit. He don't want to hear nothing about himself.
Not gonna call it context puke as I normally do because the reality of the matter is it was brilliant. Nothing was out of context. Everything was correct. I am.
Yeah, they in California.
An Islamist.
So you know that's you. I'll tell you what. I don't know much about that damn Frampton guy, but I do know he looks exactly like this Idubbz fella. Double audio chick. Fuck. Do I got the double? I probably do got the double audio. Hang on. I got to see where those sources are coming from.
Fundamentalist, radical
Every
terrorist.
time I tell you.
am a vicious anti-Semite. It's true. Importantly, Ethan is more attractive than me, both
There you
physically
go. I done fixed
and
it.
also mentally. I've been lying about everything.
Hang on, let me go back.
Anti-Semite. It's true. Everything was correct. I am an Islamist, fundamentalist, radical terrorist. I am a...
Hey, listen, you know what, man? First step is admitting, right? First step is admitting. Second step, just stop fucking doing it. I'll tell you what, that is a perfect picture right there. That really is how this guy, if I could figure out a way to express to y'all how this man's brain works, just look at his face right now, and that's pretty much how it works. I remember when this guy came on the scene, everybody thought he was like some cool common collective feller. But guess what? We saw right through that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Saw right through that bullshit. The only people who listen to this dumb bitch are other dumb bitches.
A vicious anti-Semite. It's true. Most importantly, Ethan is more attractive than me, both physically and also mentally. I've been lying about...
Well, in order to be a smart ass, Mr. Hoot, you need to be smart. And let's be honest. He ain't that smart. Nerd only puts me on the best stuff for Jared. That's right, Nomad. That's right. Shout out Nerd City. I like, EG told me he's a good man. And, we like him on this channel. Friend of the channel. OG creator. One of the best to ever do it. Way better than Idubbz.
Everything, including my glasses. They're fake. He was right about that. That's not even in the Content Nuke. And he was right about that too. How did he know everything? How?
Well, because you're not that smart, son. Now, I know you're probably being all sarcastic over here, right? But let's be honest. Those are going to be some good memes. I want people to clip the shit out of everything he just said and then just replay that shit again and again and again. Glad Nerd put me on to the channels too, for real. Thank you, Swin. I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you one thing. That Nerd City, underrated. The fact that this idiot here can get $2.2 million putting out one of the worst, not $2.2 million, you know what I mean, views. Can get that putting out some of the worst shit I ever seen in my life, and poor Nerd City can't even get to 1 million subs. I tell you, this world is a goddamn travesty. Goddamn travesty.
Wake up, Ethan. Wake up, Ethan. Ethan, wake up.
What the fuck?
Wakey, wakey, Ethan. Wake up, Ethan. Wake up. Time to be awake, Ethan.
Wake up, Ethan.
I'll tell you what, I was trying to pause it on her money bags, but I missed it. And now I just got to look at this ugly face, this gremlin's face right here.
This is no longer a dream.
That's what I get for being a perv.
Wake up.
Ethan, the dumb bitch is telling you to wake up.
She don't call herself a dumb bitch. I'll tell you what. I don't care what they say. You can train women. You can train women to be dumb. You can treat them to be in the place, you know what I'm saying? It's about time she figured out that she was a dumb bitch. It took long enough. But you know what? At the end of the day, she making progress.
Wake up, Ethan. Wake up.
Oh, shit. Fucking kill it. Kill it with fire. In Minecraft. Sorry, I don't want to get EG's channel banned, okay? Don't kill her. Okay, she's a sweet... She looks like Mother Teresa if Mother Teresa put on too much makeup and was addicted to McDonald's.
Wake up, Ethan. Ethan, wake up. Wake up. Since anyone? Just wake up.
Wake
$20, Hassan had sex with that Denims girl.
up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Who the fuck is that guy? He don't even go here. He don't even go to this school. She put on a whole new face. Yeah, she was like, holy shit. I better actually pull out some clothes that I have. And oh my God. Truly, a face only a mother could love. But I'm not sure she even got a mama. Yeah, McDonald's. I'd like to get a McFrogan with cheese, please.
Wake up, Ethan.
I'm not gonna do a react content yet, chat.
I'm the same. Nobody's told you to wake up, Ethan.
Yummy, I love Sabra hummus.
Wake up, Ethan. Wake up.
He don't even go here, so right. Never. I don't even know why the hell he's here. Who is this guy? Were they just like, you know what? It won't work if we all white, right? I guess Denims is kind of tan. She a little tan, but they needed to. It's DEI. DEI at its finest. Like, we gotta get the token black guy, and all the best movies have a token black guy. You know. Hassan's like, can you all be quiet? My mom's in the other room making me dinner. All right, now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. All right, that right there, that was the best part of the whole video. What does that tell you if the best part of the video is now over? Oh boy. I might drink. I might drink for this one, folks.
All right.
Why did he feel the need to get buck-ass naked? Why in the hell did he feel the need to get buck-ass naked to sit down on an interview? This is getting a little cuckoldry from me. You know what I'm saying? They said hit the DEI. Yeah, you got to hit the DEI quota. At least one black fella. That's all you need. Don't matter what, man, woman, don't matter. Somewhere in between, because they coming in between now. Trust me, I thought I took this 10 home, took her pants down, and wouldn't you know it? Frankenfurter right there. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I still had sex, but it would just caught me off guard, you know? Oh, what's up? I see J Sauce in the chat. I heard she got the sexiest voice on all the internet. That's what I've been told.
I didn't plan on making a content cop on H3. It sounds very stupid even saying that. H3 content cop, Idubbz. Ethan Klein's out of control. And then you should do a content...
Well, good for him. It turned out that way. It was dumb as hell. This is dumb as hell. So he was right. It sounds dumb as hell. It is dumb as hell.
Cop on Hassan Piker. Content cop on Sargon of Akkad. If I would imagine this in 2016, I would have been like, oh yeah, if I ever do that, it's gotta be because I lose the plot. Well, it turns out it's not me losing the plot, it's Ethan. He's the one who fucking attacked first.
My good fucking friends who I stood by after all these fucking years can't find a spine to speak up.
So go fuck yourself.
I agree.
All right.
Listen, I've never seen someone make a hit piece that actually ended up gaining the person that they put the video out way more fans. Because that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened here. He put out this whole damn video as a hit piece, and then it turned around on him, and now everybody's making fun of him, and everybody's like, go Team Ethan.
All right, guys, I'm going to tell you a story about Ethan Klein. I know some of you have been following him, but there's a lot of people who might not be familiar with the background, with his podcast, with what's been going on over the past couple of years. So Ethan, as you know, is a content creator who has a podcast where he says all sorts of outrageous stuff. Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's fucked up. He's had shows with all sorts of different controversial characters. He's had a show with Trisha Paytas. He's had a show with Hassan Piker.
Why the emphasis on Trisha Paytas? I mean, I know she a big woman, but damn, putting a real lot of emphasis on her last name. Right here is so funny because they look like a happy couple, right? But y'all know they broke up, and now this is kind of just like reliving the good times. You know when you break up with someone, and all of a sudden you start thinking about all the fun times you had together, and then like every once in a while though, like you'll remember just how shitty it actually was. That's exactly what this picture is. Not that I know from personal experience, but I know from personal experience.
Doing so, he's gathered a ton of different audiences. Now, in his podcast with Hassan,
that's right, big woman's got big names, give them big respect.
Mostly talk about surface level,
I like that swim
progressive
fella.
shit and make fun of right wingers.
And you're telling me he didn't flick their dick once at least?
Oh, that's 100 shavers. You trans women. I say, oh no!
You know what's so funny? They made fun of Republicans and conservatives. I guess Republicans are conservatives, but now look at them. He's wearing that big-ass dumb old hat, and he turns around and guess what? The only motherfuckers out here supporting this dumb motherfucker are conservatives.
And it was
I rest my case.
Until they actually had to reckon with a very serious topic. I would say that Hassan was very well equipped to talk about that topic.
Palestinian people living in the West Bank are subject to these horrific conditions, horrific living conditions by the state of Israel, America's greatest ally and the only democracy in the Middle East, if you ask Republicans and even liberals.
Oh yeah, that sounds like somebody who really knows what the fuck they're talking about. Does that sound like somebody who knows what the hell they're talking about? That's like the most generic statement ever. And he's like, oh yeah, well, he feels he's super equipped. He's super equipped to talk about this stuff. And then he drops that dumbass shit on us.
Nancy invented was so kick-ass.
Israeli settlers are trying to evict Palestinian families in occupied East Jerusalem. The United Nations says that may be a war crime. It literally is.
I was just eating the toppings. And the pizza looked like a burn victim. It was all disgusting.
Fellaine says, bad news. According to Social Blade, Ethan lost 10K subscribers and Idubbz gained 10K. But low damage for the 2 million viewer content. You know what? Those were probably the 10,000 people that Ethan didn't even want. Let's be honest. Would you want somebody who listens to this shit and goes, you know what? He's got a point. You know what? He's got a point. I don't think so.
I don't know if you can make that joke in 2021.
Why?
It's insensitive to burn victims.
I think it's a good analogy. It's a powerful image.
Insensitive
Ethan was
to
not
burn
prepared
victims. Get
for
the
this.
fuck out of
Ethan,
here.
the whole time,
The only thing you need to burn, Trisha Paytas, is a couple calories.
The goof guy. And that's fine. You know, we don't expect Ethan to be an expert on the topic. Ethan was obviously caught in this tricky situation where he is extremely sympathetic to the Israeli cause and what's happening to them. His wife's Israeli. She served in the IDF. He obviously likes the state of Israel. On the other hand, he's just got done capturing a massive progressive audience who are very politically savvy. They follow.
Oh my God. Did he really just say that Hassan Piker's political crowd is very savvy? Get the hell out of here. They are not politically savvy. The only thing that they got going for them is that they are incredibly sensitive. Like the most sensitive people ever. They're more sensitive than a 17-year-old on prom night. You know what I'm saying? Very sensitive people.
Hassan is
I don't know who
strictly
Matt
a political
Frewer is,
streamer. So this is something
if he reminds you of
they're
this
very
guy, that's not a good
keyed
thing
into.
for him.
So when they see Ethan say things that are just like not accurate and it's just propaganda, they're gonna call it out.
From the river to the sea essentially means the state of Israel is going bye-bye.
So this man.
I always thought it was from the river to the sea, we're going to party all night, baby. But that's just how we do things down in Georgia.
Massive progressive audience that Ethan has, adopted over the years. They're becoming.
The other one was from the pond to the creek, we going to act like a bunch of freaks. We going to get in touch with our inner freak. I don't know. What was that? Yeah, it was from the... Wait, no, it was actually from the... not from the river, because we didn't have one of those, but we did have a lake. From the lake to the creek, get in touch with our inner freak. That's what we used to do when I was in high school.
Increasingly critical of his position because now he's talking about it not on Leftovers. He's now talking about it on his podcast.
What I want to do is show you guys how I see Israel, because you don't see that when you listen to Hassan and you hear all these fucking mega lefties talking about it like it's some super racist, crazy, like Jim Crow style of society. Like, I can't wait to show you guys.
The other day, BB fired a really good guy that a lot of people are pissed about.
So Ethan is having this back and forth with his liberal audience, leftist people online, progressive
Yeah, that's a good point, Fellaine. Fellaine says that Hassan has labeled himself a propagandist. Who did he say that to? I think he said it to like Piers Morgan or something. And his audience knows, and they don't care. They don't care. They think, listen, they can put their head on their little pillow at night and be like, you know what, I fought for the Palestinians today. What you do? I'll tell you what, there's like 1 million of them little Greta Thunbergs running around. Except she got some big old cannons on her now, you know what I'm saying?
content creators, Hassan, all of these
living in a
different
van.
people. He's finding new people every day, basically.
Down by the river.
Of all people, this guy, Matt Lieb, Frogan and Denims and all these dipshits, and everybody thinks this guy's awesome, apparently. Even though he looks like Milhouse. Fucking.
He does look like Milhouse. You know Milhouse from The Simpsons? He also looks like that guy from Happy Days. You know, like his Kevin's friend. That's an old throwback right there, but he does. He looks like a grown-up version of him. Why do all these guys got sleeve tattoos? Isn't that like against their religion or something? Aeon Star, what's up? I couldn't read your name, but you say I look like a Hulk. I can only wish, man. I do got 27-inch pythons, though. You know what I'm saying? That does come correct with this outfit. I can't show you because I'm on the wrong thing.
Dork.
Denims, by the way, was the real villain of the video. Evil, hateful, fucking.
Welcome, Aeon Star. Welcome to stream.
And people, oh no, not go there.
And it's all culminated, at least for my story, in Ethan burning bridges with people until he burned the bridge with me. Since Ethan and Hassan's falling out, I've been keeping to myself mostly. I don't have many nice things to say. Maybe if
That's right, I'm Chick Nugs. EG's back there sleeping somewhere. I don't know where the fuck he is. Probably over there stroking one out. Lord knows that boy needs to.
Ethan's able to get some help.
He's got a lot of build up in them pipes.
Other creators. Maybe if he does these things, eventually he'll find.
Sarah, first off, our Chick Nugs does not hate women. If anything, Chick Nugs lives for women. All right, that's my main purpose, right? How do you think I got the name Chick? That's because I'm always chasing them. You know what I'm saying?
Find peace, and we can like rekindle our friendship. So that's been my approach. I've occasionally thrown a joke Ethan's way in the form of Hassan Piker versus Ethan Klein for boxing.
I like Idubbz. He's a good guy, but I don't like this stupid.
Listen, H3, if you punched Hassan Piker in the face, you would become a hero overnight. How many people... you know what? They should have just freaking put up Sam Hyde. This is what you do, Ethan Klein. You come out here looking like you're ready to fight, looking like you're ready to throw some jabs, and then you know what? You step to the side, and out comes Hassan Piker. Not Hassan Piker. He's already in the ring. Out comes that fucking big-ass man, Sam Hyde. That will be an impressive moment.
It's not a fucking petty beef. It's like, this guy is evil, and he's doing anti-Semitism. And also, he's way out of my weight class.
He didn't like that, but fucking sometimes you gotta just throw something out there. I used to work with this video editor named Froggy Tonic. I discovered him because he was in the circles online that I was in. And one of those circles is an H3 fan. He watched Ethan's content.
Shout out Dan from the H3 podcast for noticing a little Alfredo cam. Hope there's another H3 watch along of Creator Crash this year.
He liked Ethan's content until he didn't like Ethan's content. There would be an occasional Froggy tweet where I'd be like, I agree with that, you know? Like, I'm not going to endorse it. I'm not going to retweet it or like it. but fair enough.
I guess I just missed my old friend. Some wings or two birds.
What I saw is that Ethan is very much prone to anxiety and stress. Having loads of people on his head was a lot. He didn't leave room for self-questioning. Instead, going in instant defense mode because it challenged too much of his belief/experience. Feels fair but immature. Listen, I don't know who this Froggy Toxic guy is, but he sounds like a total fucking loser. Get off the internet and go touch grass. Get behind the wheel of one of those 1,800 horsepower fountains. Then you'll be alive. Woo! You know what I'm saying? I like that. I like driving boats. Don't go touch grass. Go touch water. And not in your tub either with your little rubby ducky.
Feathered, colored.
Now that brings us to February.
Did he just say he was colored?
February 28th.
He must be talking about that guy from
earlier.
earlier.
Now, my former editor of a year and a half ago did say some truly mean shit. He called Hila the C word. He said they're trying to kill their dog with cheddar cheese and a bunch of other shit.
You want to know what white privilege is? Ready? White privilege is trying to kill your dog with cheddar cheese and then going online and complaining about it with your other white friends, and then calling up your one black friend to come be in the video so that you don't look like you're just a bunch of white people all complaining about each other. See, you can't stick up for Palestine if you got a whole white crowd. It just don't work that way. Now, Denham's, she might be tan, but guess what? I'd venture to say one of her parents is Caucasian.
I'm sure. Ethan, at some point, discovers that Idubbz's former editor says this horrendous shit about him and Hila. But no one's asking the question, where does Ethan get this information from? You see, it would be very obviously a problem if Ethan was discovering this content by scrolling through Twitter looking for something to upset himself with. He has maybe set it up in such a way where his employees feel the need to send him this information. And that
shit, I challenge chick, humph. Someone from down south has to homie complaining about backup, and I've been single almost 2 years. Hey, listen, man, you know, you gotta rinse them pipes out regularly. You can do it with your hand, but you just feel shameful afterwards. I mean, it gets the job done. You know, you be shooting ropes in no time, but by the time you're done, you're just like, you know what? It would have been a whole lot better if that was a woman involved in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
would be horrible. They shouldn't be doing that. They should be sending you things that are entertaining for your show that don't fucking trigger the hell out of you. Why is there so much work
He's a
being
drama
put
creator,
into
you dumb
discovering this guy on Twitter who's barely getting any interactions, linking him to me and posting on the Reddit when there's no work being put into who the fuck is the person on the Reddit who's...
Uh-oh, he said a bad word. Looks like the old Idubbz is back, baby. Psych. Just kidding. He's still missing.
Posting this in the first place. If you do a little bit of research, it seems like it's an account whose
just
intention
snarf water?
is
I do
to
that
make
sometimes.
Ethan crash out. One of the users on the Snark Reddit points this out. They're like, I've seen this account before. This account has scraped its history, and it's now trying to make Ethan burn bridges. This is within Ethan's own community. Like, this is the thing that he needs to be critical of. It's not me. So yes, I am willing to admit that my former editor was being very nasty, uncharitable, and fucked up towards Ethan and Hila on Twitter. But Ethan and Hila are doing the same shit on their podcast. So I don't want to fucking hear it.
Terrorist supporter.
The CEO of Twitch.
Yeah, we know some of you girls be getting popped regular. You all be getting dick down on the regular. I'm proud of y'all. That's treating your man right. That's a good American girl right there. Being dick down Monday through Friday, asking if you need some dinner. That's the world I want to live in.
Pedophile.
Now I'm going to watch and respond to the two podcast streams where Ethan
Oh,
and
I
Hila
can't wait
call
for
us,
this.
Spineless cowards.
Anyway, this guy was saying shit like that Hila's a Nazi, that she kills kids, that she went on like, she's a IDF baby killer, all this types of shit. And that's showing up right up on us Nisa's and Idubbz feed. My good fucking friends who I stood by after all these fucking years can't find a spine to speak up. You know why? Because they'll get murdered.
You don't know what's on my feed. What the fuck is happening?
This man, literally, this guy, okay, we watched, okay, no, I didn't watch. EG on Tuesday night watched one of the Idubbz videos, the Content Cop with Leafy. That was genuinely funny. They were specifically looking for that man's chin. That shit is funny. I don't know what the fuck this is. It started off as like a, yeah, we're going to do Content Cop, but then you know what? Actually, no, I'm going to be Noah Samson for the fucking day, which nobody wants to watch Noah Samson. This is crazy to me. How many views has this video got? 3.6 million! The biggest BreadTube video of all time, ladies and gentlemen. And nobody gives a fucking shit. And it's going to change literally nobody's mind. You went into this video with two things. You either went into this video already hating Idubbz, hoping that he was going to surprise you with something good, or you came into this video already hating Ethan Klein. Nobody's opinion changed. I'll tell you what. If somebody's opinion changed due to this video, I would sincerely suggest, maybe, just maybe, you go outside, you walk up your mama's basement steps out to the front door, and you just stand in the sun for a little bit. Because, Lord, you being deprived of vitamin D if you think this shit is interesting.
For all you know, I only use the For You tab. For all you know, I only use lists. For all you know, I'm seeing these things tweeted out by my editor of a year and a half ago and saying, God, that is nasty.
We went from this man walking around posting missing pictures of a man's chin to him talking about, how do you know I don't use the For You tab? How do you know I don't have a specific algorithm that is strictly dedicated to cats and puppies? Somebody put out a video looking for this man's balls, because I can assure you they've been missing for quite some time now.
I'm just not going to throw someone away because they're having a parasocial weird moment. Just like I'm not going to throw Ethan Klein away because he's having a parasocial weird crash out.
How many women I fucked? Hassan, by the way, thousands. Yeah, thousands. Let me ask Galia. These shoes do not go. I'm sorry. Oh my God. Hassan's the type of dude who watches himself in the mirror when he has sex.
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with that? Lord knows I do that. If they don't got a mirror, I'll literally go to the local Walmart and buy a mirror just so I can watch myself do God's work. Because that's what I'm doing when I'm in the bedroom, ladies. I'm doing God's work.
Watching me on a 30-second delay on your stream.
Wait, that's what I'm... Wait, how does he know I'm watching already?
Because you've been talking I've been known to have a couple sick burns now and again.
It's not fucking petty beef. It's like, this guy is evil and he's doing it.
Yo, by the way, without a shadow of a doubt, Hassan Piker has fucked Idubbz's wife. Now, whether or not Idubbz actually knows about that is anybody's guess. But I can say here, with almost 85% certainty, that at some point or another, Anissa went outside for a little bit of getaway. She was like, I need to get some air. I'm going to go shopping. And then she just took her big-ass little bubble butt over to Hassan Piker. And he went to fucking town, baby. You want to talk about a liberal, man? The only thing liberal on Hassan Piker is Hassan's pike.
Anti-Semitism. These shoes do not go. I'm sorry.
There are many people, I'm sure, who have unfollowed you for the things that you have said and done. And I'm sure there are even more people who have stayed following you because they don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. They don't want to throw some...
Like I said, you know, I think Anissa's body is like a 10 out of 10, okay? I may have stumbled upon some leaked OnlyFans photos of her, and I got to tell you, I mean, the woman was... her body was kissed by God. But God damn it, if her brain wasn't kissed by the whole entire... yeah, I'm not even going to go there. That's a little too edgy even for myself. But her brain was kissed by, like, not God. Let's just put it that way. Think about the opposite of God. And that's what her brain... You know what? I can understand why Idubbz fell for this girl. Curves that kill and a mind that melts your brain. And he couldn't... He just stinking straight with that dick all day, every day. And you know what the saddest part is? I doubt Anissa even gives it up to him very often. Because she's always on OnlyFans going to town on herself. Tell me she actually wants to have sex after that.
Someone away because they've had some hard moments We're all fucking human.
My good fucking friends who I stood by after all these fucking years can't find a spine to speak up. You know why? Because they'll get murdered.
And what you're saying to me is that I'm a bad friend and I'm a piece of shit. I'm spineless. I'm cowardly because I am following someone on Twitter.
Because they have mobilized.
Okay, well, there's a difference between following someone on Twitter and them calling CPS on your kids. All right, I'm sorry. I don't understand how Idubbz can't connect the two. Why can't Idubbz figure out that it has nothing to do with the following? It has to do with the fact you were clearly hanging out with these people. He said as much in one of his old podcasts.
Such an insane
He is spineless. You all right.
Group. It's not bad enough that I have.
I gave this man too much credit. I said, EG said, ain't no way that this guy is going to do this video on 8th Street because, you know, it's stupid. Well, I guess we all learned a lesson today. Never underestimate just how retarded Idubbz could get.
Have this group of people harassing me and everyone in my life. It's that people outside of this group, journalists, creators, are actively participating in this gaslighting to make it seem like I'm fucking crazy.
I mean, I don't know what he's getting at here. Like, yeah, people are gaslighting you. A lot of people gaslight me
Janie.
when I apologize.
But guess what? That's what we do on this channel. We talk shit. Well, at least I do. I don't know what EG does when I'm not here. But when I come in here, I come correct. And I come hard. One thing you can count about on old Chicky here. Hang on, let me say that again. One thing you can count on old Chicky here is that he's going to come hard.
That was actually like the #1 type of harassment I got was people gaslighting me and taking my newfound woke ideology to its extreme.
I probably done and stood by Idubbz and Anissa more than anybody. I've stood by them when all the internet hated them.
I don't like that Ethan brought this up because...
Yeah, but he did though, right? He did. Well, first off, I want to just be very clear, okay? The internet still does hate Idubbz and Anissa, okay? That didn't stop. That didn't randomly just magically stop or something. Everybody still hates them. And if they stopped hating them, guess what? They just reminded themselves why they hated them in the first place after watching this video. But listen, okay? If the man goes out and sticks his neck out for you, then I don't think it would be too much for him to expect you to at least somewhat be supportive in return. You know? I don't, like, that is what a friend does, right? You ain't no friend, Idubbz. And you got a weird snaggletooth that I'm looking at. Is that a metal tooth you got? What the fuck's up with that? Also, we got to do something about your tattoos, man. I don't know what the hell you were thinking. You look like you some kind of skinhead, America X type feller.
It makes the
American
relationship
History
feel
X.
very transactional. Like, you know, we're just meant to support each other online despite our own personal morals or principles.
But I'll say this, I don't think they're fucking any friends of mine. And certainly I don't think they're any fucking friends of mine based on the text conversation I had with them too before I even talked about it. So I have nothing. I don't need any fucking halfway friends, man.
I thought the text conversation that I had with him was very empathetic. I basically just said, like, I know you and Hila are experiencing a ton of harassment, and I essentially empathize with that, and I think there's...
That is a good question, Mr. T. Why does he have an American eagle on his chest? Lord knows the man likes communism. Eagles soar in the skies, in the heavens, always looking down on all the other birds. And then here comes old Idubbz. He's like, you know what would look badass? An eagle on my chest. And then people are going to be like, well, why? He goes, because I can't put the hammer and sickle. I don't want to expose myself too much.
Something positive to get out of the conversation. But he refused to talk on the phone unless I was
exactly,
willing
Blue Jay.
to
They've been friends for a long
say
time.
something about my former editor and denims. As much as you don't want...
You know what? I'm just going to go out on a limb. I think Idubbz might have a little bit of a thing for denims. I think he might want to get in that sweet liberal taco meat. I think that the trade-off is, Hassan, if you give me denims for the night, you can have Anissa. I think that's what happened, and that's why they all met up. And the poor black fellow, though, he got stuck with Rogan. He pulled the short straw.
halfway friends, I also don't want that kind of halfway friend. I
That's
don't
how them
want
libs do,
someone
man.
who's going to give me like an ultimatum to have a conversation.
Could you not say something when this is like, imagine like one of you guys is like, Hassan actually wants to go to Israel, go to Gaza so he can strangle Israeli babies or some shit like that. I'd be like, you imagine me not saying something.
You're trying to make a one-to-one comparison where there isn't one. This guy that I follow on Twitter is not in the same relationship as you and one of your...
Damn, really, Swim? I'm surprised. He'd make the deal for Denims, but he wouldn't with... I guess with Anissa, though, you probably gotta... I mean, Denims, at least she pauses for a little while and tries to get her brain working before she says some more shit. But, I don't know, man. If I had to pick between Anissa and Denims, one night, I don't have to talk to him again after that. I think I might go Anissa. But then again, if you haven't seen her OnlyFans, you just won't understand. You know what I'm saying? But Denims is an attractive girl. She's a pretty girl. But not a whole lot working upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Her body matured much faster than her brain.
Your current employees who is streaming with you 3 days a week, 3 hours a day for the past 10 years. At one point during the stream, Ethan and Hila bring up Adam McIntyre.
That's
now,
supposed
Adam
to be a secret,
does
Carla.
basically the same thing as my former editor.
Oh, well, if it isn't Mr. Mater. Y'all remember Adam McIntyre? The guy who wanted to charge $250 just so you could come say hi to him on his tour? We covered him. Well, I didn't cover him. EG covered him. This guy sucks. And I use the term guy loosely. Because he won bad decision away from becoming a woman. Mark my words. In the next 5 years, Adam McIntyre will be known as Madam McIntyre.
He's critical of Ethan and Hila, and he is sometimes uncharitable and nasty towards them.
Adam McIntyre needs to just like disappear. That guy is a piece of shit, like of the lowest order.
I can't believe they threatened my tour. They're just jealous of my tour. They want to ruin my tour.
I never even stood by him when he talked bad about Trisha having a
not
kid
the
and called
tour,
him like
man.
the spawn of Satan. He was supposedly on our side. I would never even co-sign that. I was disgusted by that statement too. I remember.
Yo, get Adam McIntyre in the ring. I'll happily fight him, although I think that he's like half my size, so I think I'd probably be out of his weight class. But someone needs to get in there and get Adam McIntyre on the other side of the ring. Creator Clash, Adam McIntyre. I'll pay to see that.
When he called her kid the spawn of Satan.
I never said anything
And
like
I was
that.
supposed to be like cheering on, but I wasn't going to cheer that on. That's
Why do we
disgusting.
forget
Yeah,
that
not
you
the
called
turd.
her
Don't threaten the
children,
turd.
Which is something we would never do. The spawn of
Never.
Satan.
Call me what you
Disgusting.
want. Just don't mess
And
with my
I
Piece
turd.
mean,
of shit of a human.
It's just incredible who ends up being the good guys. In
I
this
was trying to
story,
go
you
on
know,
tour.
It's really something.
I got to see if he's coming to
Unfortunately,
Georgia.
they never made a statement. They never said that they disagree with his statements about Trisha's baby. And
Why the hell does it matter? What does it matter if, I mean, she definitely just said that I didn't co-sign it when he said it. But at the time, I guess she was just letting him do his thing because he was chirping on their behalf. This guy, Adam McIntyre, is the littlest, most egotistical little clout goblin in the whole entire world. And I'm not afraid who knows it. And I know he watched my video. I know he watched my video talking about his tour. Because he can't help himself. He was like, oh my God, someone made a video about me. I need to go watch it right now. I can't believe he's insulting my tour. And then on top of that, he's getting mentioned in this video. Now, unfortunately, do 3.6 million people know who Frogan is. But now 3.6 million people know who the hell Adam McIntyre is. I'm telling you right now, as a society, we're fucking cooked. We're done. We're donezo. It's over for us. It's over for us. These are our leaders. Fuck this. This sucks.
until it's useful. Like, what is it, 3 years later? Like, I mean, you're talking about
do
it
love
like you
the
were
term.
aware of it at the time, and that there was some amount of pressure or
My favorite part's when it's over.
enthusiasm for you to get down with that. And what it sounds like to me is that you did see it at the time, and you were like, ooh, I don't like that. And you didn't endorse it, and you didn't fuck with it.
Yeah, but look what's funny, right? He wrote that about her child, and now she's like besties with him. This is why, I mean, like, this is why it is so hard to make friends as content creators. That's why, like, God sent me Nerd City, sent EG Nerd City. Me and EG are not the same people, okay? I just want to be very clear. I'm his cousin. I'm from Georgia. I swear to God, all right? He knows. Big man upstairs knows. But, you know, having friends and content creating is a very fickle thing, all right? You say the wrong thing, befriend the wrong person, you know, take the wrong, you know, give too bad a take on the wrong topic, you could lose all your friendships. But, you know what? It just be that way sometimes. I heard EG and Chick Nugs are saying, yo, you shut your goddamn dirty mouth, Carl, stop. These boots are made for walking, and that's what they'll do, right up on your ass. You making weird accusations. He wishes. EG wishes he had this much charisma.
With it. Huh. It's almost like that is a fucking identical situation to me.
Well, I'm not shocked.
It's
She
just
gets
incredible
screwed by half
who
of the
ends
West
up being
Coast.
the good guys in this story, you know? It's really something.
But it also could be complicated, too, because you could take a look at Trisha Paytas, think she might be pregnant, and then you realize she just had dinner.
So, yeah, the reason I'm bringing this up is because they're trying to, like, paint themselves as the
It
good
do be
guys,
like that sometimes.
And they're saying, like, yeah, we strongly disavow things that are said, even about our enemies. We are the most immoral people on the internet. Unlike Ian and Anissa, who are fucking keeping to themselves. Also, why the fuck does Olivia get the pass?
What a fucking asshole for putting you in that position, Olivia. You're friends with him. And you don't have to say anything, but like, what a fucking piece of shit. What a bad friend to put you in that position just for some fucking clout. It gets people angry at you, like, oh, how can she be friends with him? Which is total bullshit, okay? Olivia.
Can I just say, all right, all these people deserve each other. Every single one of them. They all deserve each other, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. They all reap what they sow. And now, because these people can't act like adults, I'm stuck here instead of out on my boat fishing, watching this dumb fuck talk about the other dumb fuck with a group of dumb fucks behind him.
Olivia did not do anything. And
I want the pass. Do I have to be an employee to get that treatment? Because then you'll just see me as an ally? Or is it because Ethan is afraid of wrongful termination accusations and lawsuits?
And also, I don't mind putting my friend Olivia, who's apparently my real friend, in a terribly weird, fucking uncomfortable situation where you end up getting hate for no reason.
Also, don't frame it as like other people making it hard on Olivia.
Oh my God, this fucking sucks, man. I'm sorry, it just really hit me right there, just how trash this video actually is. Where is the Leafy content? Where's the Keemstar content? Where is that shit? What is this? This is the saddest. Like, he's not even making good points.
You're making it hard on all of these people. Please acknowledge your role in this whole fucking thing. Like, it's crazy how warm Ethan is to Olivia and saying how Olivia is essentially just a victim in this whole thing.
It gets people angry at you, like, oh, how can she be friends with him? Which is total bullshit.
But me and Anissa are spineless. Ethan, your whole system is scrambled.
I'll tell you what, Anissa, she does got a spine, though. It curves and curves and curves. It is one hell of a spine.
My intention isn't to throw the employees under the bus. Like, you guys serve as the fucking foundation for calling out Ethan's hypocrisy
Kaylee, I hope
on
you'll
the whole
hang
subject. And I know that you guys have probably pushed back against Ethan over the years. How often are you supposed to do that? Do you have to do that every fucking week? It kind of seems like it. And that's exhausting. I don't want to confront my boss. It's not my fucking job.
Where's the fucking Luigi accent? Where's, like, any of the stuff that he talked about when he was doing Content Cops before? This is not Content Cop. This is like, I don't even know what I'd call this. I'll tell you what. Chat. Give me your best replacement names for this trash heap.
Job to confront my boss and say, today's segment on rapists and pedophiles on Twitch was not
ain't Content Cop. This is
not my
Content
favorite
Stop.
segment to be a part of.
Yeah, friends like these.
Oh, yeah. And our other good friends.
Yeah.
Anissa and Ian. Thanks, Anissa, for standing up for your girl. I actually stood up for you so many times, because, like, why would I not? It was
Content
crazy.
Cope, I like that.
Why would you not? I mean,
All you gotta do is add the E and you're set.
that's truly what you believed, and you weren't just going
Content
to use
note.
it later
Of course I was going to stand by you. That's insane.
Selling
It's
out
absolutely
cop.
insane and disgusting.
Yep,
but
I
now
like
you
it, Blue
choose
Jay,
to
just
hang out
straight
with
trash.
people that would have a problem with you if you defended me.
I'm not going to assume that Hila knows, but I'll say it for anyone who doesn't know.
Well, you came in the
Anissa
right place,
is half
Carly.
Lebanese and half Irish. For anyone,
Holy shit! She's half Lebanese and half Irish. Well, that changes everything. Did you guys realize that? I didn't. I could have tell she was Irish when I saw that ass, though. It was shining like the sun. But I guess with the Lebanese side's where she got the curves. But where did she get the brains from? Well, maybe Irish people, too. I'll be honest. All right. I was a little Irish. I got a little Irish in me. Some girls got a couple of little Irish in them as well. Compliments of yours truly.
unfamiliar, the Irish have been on the receiving end of a lot of oppression and genocide. On the part of the Lebanese, they've received a lot of oppression and attacks from the IDF. So Anissa is very well familiar with the propaganda and the shit coming out of Israel.
Oh my God. So this man somehow just connected the fact that she's Irish and Lebanese and was like, she's Irish and Lebanese. She's one step away from knowing everything about the Jews. How does one connect that? How do you reach so hard? So hard to be like, you know what? She's Irish and Lebanese. She might as well be a Jew.
Choosing now, out of all the times, to be like, please defend me. No, we're not going to fucking defend
you're a quarter French.
Rudy was saying that Palestinians are taught at 2 years old to kill Americans.
Do
we
might
have
as
that?
well be Mexican. Just the other day, BB fired a really good guy that a lot of people are pissed about.
Guys, by the way, I'm 1/10 Polish, 3/4 Native American, and 100% badass. So you might as well just say I'm Israeli. That's what I'm saying.
About
He looked mean. I thought he was mean just because he looked mean.
No, it's not.
So yes,
yeah, it was
you
pretty
caught
bad.
us. We're not gonna run to your defense when I don't know, we follow people. We be following. That's one fucked up thing that you can say about Anissa and I is when we're on Twitter, we do be following.
So
no, you don't. You never follow my ass, but I did follow Anissa's. I'll tell you that much. I'm telling you, you know what? Some of y'all might be saying, Chick Nugs, you off the hook, you crazy. What the fuck you talking about her boot? Until you seen it, man. I just can't. They write stories about that booty. All right, I mean, like I said, if you could duct tape her mouth shut, she'd be a perfect woman.
Oh,
the problem.
Okay, if you want to hang out with those people and
you're Irish
have
and
no
Native American
spine and not stand up for another girl
might
that
as
stood
well
up
be
for
Spanish.
you, enjoy your new friends.
She's friends with people like Denims.
I know. Yeah,
Which I'll
she's
show.
friends with
Denims is
Denim.
actually participating in this whole.
I will say that people do, like, sometimes I follow people just so I can see them say dumb shit. So I will say, what's up, ING? Welcome. I'm Chick Nugs. EG's much more attractive, much more available, much more handsome. Well, actually, I can't say the available part now because EG's single, but I'm all the things he wishes he was, essentially. But I will say he does got a point there that sometimes people be following people just to watch him say dumb shit. Like, the only reason people follow Frogan isn't because they're like, wow, Frogan makes base points. They follow her because they go, I want to see what this idiot's going to say next.
A Child Protective Service lie.
Yeah,
Which I'll
and if
show you
you're
guys
friends
in a
with
sec.
them, then you're seeing what they're saying.
You'll notice that Ethan and Hila start talking about this Denims character. Originally, the complaint was about my former editor. He's been chatting shit about Ethan and Hila for the past year at least. They only care about it now because I guess it was spoon-fed to them via their Reddit. That's
I heard
clearly
he's a lot
looking
more
out for
handsome
them.
than you. Better
Now,
watch
I'm
your
not
mouth,
gonna sugarcoat
Carla.
it. We are friends with Denims, but
He
I would say
wishes
it's the
he had
same
my
level of friendship that we had with Ethan and Hila. It's like kind of an internet friendship. We think that she's a good person.
Yeah, that's what
like
I was
we
saying.
think Ethan and Hila are good people.
Listen, all right. Denim's got great boobs. I mean, Hila, she looked cute in the cop outfit, but when you put them next to each other, it just don't seem like they even out. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Idubbz in the middle here just looking like a whole-ass gremlin. Ah, boy. You know what, Kaylee? You're right. As I said before, all these people deserve each other. They all deserve each other. And hell, you know what? I know this is some dumb shit, and we're probably getting really stupid listening to this, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's free content, baby, and I'm okay with that.
Kind of a tricky situation. How can you possibly think that they're both good people at their core? People can have crash out moments. People can say things that they don't mean. People can say things because they want internet clout and attention. I don't know. I think they're both probably guilty of saying things that they don't mean for internet clout and attention. Right?
Like you haven't done that.
Right now, one's a little bit more fucking nasty to me than the other.
Oh my God, I can't believe you're being so mean to me, Ethan. We've had so much history. Yes, I may have been the one to call CPS on your kids, but you know what? I ought to deserve a little bit of respect, damn it. You put some respect on my name. You know what? I'm going to just say it. I think Idubbz is the one that fucking called CPS. I'm just saying, I think he called CPS. I think it was him.
I just don't see how you can be my friend and also be friends with someone like that.
Well, you can't.
They do deserve each
So
other.
I already forgot about you.
I actually have a lot of friendships that are kind of that way, where it's like, you know, one of the friends doesn't fuck with the other friend, but there is someone in the middle who kind of...
I like that he was like, I got to make sure people don't think I'm friends with Andrew Tate. I don't think that Idubbz and Andrew Tate would get along. I might be crazy here. Yeah, we all losing a little bit of IQ points. I'm gonna be honest with you. We all losing IQ points tonight, baby. That's just how it's gonna go.
kind of fucks with both of them. But
the guy in the middle
separately.
looks like Brendan
Yeah,
Fraser.
there's a lot of friendships that are like that. I'm not gonna make you guys like meet up and kiss or anything. I get it. You guys
Thank you,
are
Kim
in
Jacobs.
fucking. You're either my
I'll put
best
the ooh
friend
cool.
who's deep throating me to the base of my cock, or you are Satan. You're the devil.
The last thing I said to Anissa, we were texting before I ever talked about it. She's like, I don't care about this guy. He's a nobody, and you know, blah blah blah. And I said, well, then you'll have no problem publicly.
Yeah, to be honest,
denouncing
ING,
it,
you didn't
right?
miss shit. I mean, we've been watching this video now for 22 minutes, and I got to be honest, I don't feel like we've really learned anything. I think we've been more talking about who's hotter, Denims or Anissa, than we have what's actually going on in the video. And it's funny, too, because if you scroll down and look at the comments, the majority of the comments are about people talking about Content Cop and not about what they talked about in the video. Although, can we get a quick look at this Bobby? You see the Bobby right here? The Bobby doll? That guy sucks. That guy sucks big dong.
And then from there, the conversation ended.
She never replied.
Ethan, you can't even phrase it in a way that doesn't make you sound like you're being coercive and shitty.
We are
well,
hustling
then you should have
Unigrads.
no
That's how I
problem
learned my game.
publicly denouncing it, right? Does that sound like a friend? It kind of sounds like something a powerful villain would say.
But it was so funny how she
What in the
immediately
fuck is
went
this
to
man
comment
talking
everywhere, like on our subreddit. She immediately had to comment like, "Oh, he doesn't work with us anymore."
Then
but that was it. That's all she
then
said.
But then say that you don't.
Okay. Do you have
agree.
anything else to say for your friends, though?
One of the reasons Anissa was so quick to clarify things in your Reddit is because
We did not
your
learn
Reddit
that,
was
though.
already
We did not
talking
learn that,
about
though. Dan
who this
Frampton does
editor
look
is,
like
and they were
Idubbz.
spreading misinformation that it was our co-host
Dan Frampton is a much more handsome version of Idubbz, though. I will say that.
on our podcast, Uncle Dane. So yeah, the last thing we wanted is this guy getting pulled into this mess, and you guys don't give a fuck. Would it have been nicer and more...
Yeah, you know what the saddest part is too, Kaylee? Right, you're right. She says it's a bunch of nonsense. No one would know what he's talking about unless you're deep in the lore. And yeah, it's mostly Nugs hitting on the girls in the video. Hey, you know what? Guilty as charged. That's all I'm saying. Guilty as charged. All right. Well, when there ain't nothing to talk about in the video, what else am I going to do but goon? You know, I'm in touch with my inner goon. But anyway, as I was saying, it comes down to one thing, all right? These people make no sense, right? This is all meaningless. They've somehow managed to trick 3.6 million people into thinking this was a content cop, when in reality, I think this guy is creating more fans for Ethan than anything. And you know what's weird? His name's Ian. He's only away from being the same fucking guy. Ethan, Ian, you put they're the same person. It's a waste of time.
more supportive to say we don't agree with the things he's saying and we support.
Yeah, he
Ethan
don't bring
and
up the
Hila?
CPS
Sure.
shit.
Like, yeah, that would have been a nicer thing to say. Our silence means something. It means that we would like to pause this relationship until you figure your shit out. And then maybe we can find a moment in time, I don't know how long it'll be, but a moment in time in the future where things are a little bit easier to broach.
That might be the gayest thing I ever heard. If I ever went up to one of my boys, one of the old fellers, and I was like, listen, boys, I think I need to pause this whole relationship here, and then maybe we could reassess sometime in the future, in a moment of time. I'd probably get slugged in the face, I'll be honest with you. That is something, you know what? I don't think I could honestly say who would say something like that without getting this channel banned, and I think EG would be pretty damn pissed if I got his channel banned, so I'm not even going to say, but let's just say, not many people would say something so freaking stupid. And that was pretty damn stupid.
I don't think we need to do it right now. But you've insisted. You've insisted that this is an important thing to address. I would have been perfectly fine with you not blasting me on your Instagram story. I would have been perfectly fine with you not blasting me and my wife on your podcast twice.
Yo, listen. All right. I don't care how many times Ethan blasted your wife. I promise you, Hassan has done it way more than that. Burned.
I would be fine with you not brigading my comment section on my podcast that gets through.
Oh, by the way, update on the fan situation. All the lights now are on the fans. Okay? I don't know what happened here, but it was a miracle. God came down. He turned all the fan lights on. They're not halfway on now. I don't know how that even happened, to be honest with you. But they all be working now.
3,000 views a week because I prefer to not to do harassment campaigns and instead talk about Vampire's Kiss.
Like they say something like he doesn't work for me, and I strongly disagree, and I support Ethan and Hila. The problem is
that
Snake would suggest he is somewhat intimidating because I don't fuck with snakes, right? But a worm, yeah, I'll put a worm on a hook. I'll put this motherfucker on a hook. But I don't mess with snakes. Those we call them note ropes where I come from.
She doesn't.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
She actually.
She thinks they have a point.
That's the problem.
Yeah. So go fuck yourself.
I agree.
Go fuck yourself. What about your girl?
We need to pause this
is what I'm
relationship so I can
about,
reassess.
This aggression that you're putting out into the world. What the fuck do you think we're gonna do?
Yeah, go tell your significant other you want to pause the relationship and see how they react.
You think I'm gonna fucking sit on my hands when you do this shit?
Yeah,
like, this is
I
nasty.
probably would.
We had such a fair response to what you guys were going through.
No, you did not. Your response sucked. You basically suggested they asked for it. I wouldn't be surprised if y'all motherfuckers the ones who called CPS. I heard the big announcement is that EG is now dating Frogan. I sure hope not, for that boy's sake. I'm sure that's a lot of woman. That's a lot. I don't think he can handle that much woman, to be honest with you. And Lord knows she probably never seen a razor. The one thing you can count on is that Frogan's downstairs looks like the rainforest. Because it's damp, it's wet, and it's unforgiving.
We don't support harassment. It's a bad thing.
And at nighttime it's scary as shit.
It happens, and you're perpetuating it.
You fucking propagandist, lying scumbag, terrorist supporter. He probably sets up a mirror and jerks off watching himself. Dan KKK Clancy has a similar view of Hitler. Because Dan Clancy, the Nazi, fucking anti-Semite.
You can't expect other people to stop harassing you if you continue to harass people. Let's think about it on a micro.
Well, listen, all right, like I said, I think Hassan, everybody hates Hassan. The only people who don't hate Hassan are the people who like Hassan. And if you like Hassan, you probably ain't that bright. You easily manipulated. I'll tell you what, if you like Hassan Piker, I got a timeshare to sell you down in Florida.
Micro level. Have you ever been in a comment section and found someone to argue with? It doesn't stop.
You just missed her.
It can literally.
She was the big woman in the beginning. It was like, Ethan, wake up, Ethan. Ethan, wake up. We were making fun of her makeup.
Go on forever.
I said she looked like Mother Teresa if Mother Teresa was addicted to eating McDonald's.
If you don't want to touch grass.
I mean, yeah, this was kind of like a line, what happened today. that should never be crossed, even by like the most cynical, toxic people, it's going to have ramifications in terms of how I conduct myself. In terms of these fair weather friends who are, you know, so happy to.
Something tells me that Ethan might be on the yayo, because that's how I sound on a Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? Just start. Oh yeah, that's some good shit.
Be friends as long as they're getting something out of it.
Ethan, that is a rich thing to say. Like, you're the H3 podcast, okay? There's a lot of friends of the show. There's even more fair weather friends of the show. Let's not get into this shit, okay? That is so bizarre and insulting to suggest.
Yeah, don't look up Frogan, trust me. She said she hopes all vets. Oh yeah. Don't even get me started. If I read something like that, I'm gonna get mad. All right. I swear Frogan is as short as me. She probably weighs 4 times more. Not trying to be mean. Hell, Kaylee, you just saying it like it is, girl.
That I was only ever being friends with you to get something out of it. No, I'm friendly with you, and I'd say I'm a light friend because it's been pleasant hanging out with you.
Yeah, you know who.
I've enjoyed your content over the years.
You know.
And as of late, it's gotten really fucking shitty.
Yeah, so go fuck.
Yeah, he got a Tourette's tick apparently, so I don't know if he could even help it. And when he gets all excited, he starts doing like a lot of fidgety shit. You'll see his hands doing this, like real crazy shit. But I mean, it's still weird though. It's still weird, you know. When God put Ethan on this earth, he's like, I'm gonna make this boy tick like a clock.
Fuck yourself.
I agree.
Who else? Who else do we want to burn today?
Who else do we want to burn today? You're making it so fucking obvious that this is your emotional dumping ground. It's horrible.
It's a fucking entertainment show, dude. You made a living off of calling people out. And then you got famous, made a bunch of shitload of money, and then all of a sudden you're like, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do what I did. Don't make $1 billion off of making fun of other people because it's not right. But now that I got my $1 million, all right, I'm going to turn around, I'm going to shame anybody who tries doing shit like that.
It's not what podcasts are. There was a way to approach this to say, like...
Shit, there's a What do you mean that's not what podcasts are? You could have a podcast about anything. You could have a podcast about Adam McIntyre's tour if you want. They call it the Tour Podcast. They hate my tour. Yeah, sorry, my dad is a vet. Yeah, I'll totally get you, Kaylee. And tell your dad thanks for his service. What's hilarious is Ian's podcast is basically the same emotional dumping ground. Yeah, it is. I mean, they are emotional dumping grounds. I come on here, right, once every couple months, but I come on here when I'm needed, and I'll tell you how it is. I'll tell you a little bit about some of the smoking hotties that I was hitting up when I was back down in Georgia. Tell you what, them country girls, boy. Woo. Woo. Day fun time. But at the same time, you know, I watch EG. I watch him when he's here. You know what happens when EG? Sometimes EG talks about his life. Why do y'all come here, right? You come here to see the human side of people. You don't come here constantly just for the drama, but there's also an entertainment aspect to this, right? You can't just show up here and just, I'm just chatting today all day, every day. I mean, some people get away with it, but they're usually cam girls and they got their titties out. But if EG tried to sit here and just kind of casually talk for a couple hours, I don't think anybody would watch him.
Yeah, we feel hurt by you
gotta
guys
be an
not
entertainment
saying
value
something.
to it.
You've decided to do the extra thing and attack. Now, in fairness, I am attacking back, but I feel very insulted and I feel defensive and I feel like I am speaking up for a lot of people who have problems with you and a lot of people who have been on the receiving end of your harassment.
It's so easy to be anti-racist. Everybody's anti-racist. Racism is the worst thing in the world, right? We fucking hate racists. Fuck racists.
The only people who like racists are other racists. Let's be honest. And I'll be clear, there is a lot more racist than I ever thought, but I would still probably say the majority of people are not racist. right? I would honestly say that. I don't think that the majority of people in this world are racist. There's a lot of them. There is a lot of racists. But not as many as people might think. More than people might think. But the majority of people, I still think, love the brothers and sisters. Love their Asians brothers and sisters. I think that's how I feel. The majority of people. Ian is talking like a coached bitch. Anissa got him chained up in the basement. Yo, I'm telling you, no, man. That's exactly. He's probably still down there right now. Still down there right now, just being like, holy shit. When are you going to let me out so I can sniff that booty? And he's like, yo, honey, can I get a little nookie tonight? She's like, just check into my OnlyFans. She goes, he pays. He probably pays for her OnlyFans. She don't give him no free subscription. He's got to pay like everybody else. You want to see this ass? You're going to pay like everybody else. That's exactly how that probably goes. She's like, I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to fap myself to Hassan Piker. You know you're not supposed to bother me in my room when Hassan Piker's on, Ian. Sorry, honey. I'll go find something else to do. Like put together an hour hit piece on somebody who's nice.
The minute that they actually have to stick their neck out for somebody, the minute they have to actually risk something to put themselves in under scrutiny, to sacrifice something personally to stand up for racism, then all of a sudden it's like, hey, I don't want to get involved.
And that's drama.
How much do you care?
I don't do drama.
How much do you actually care?
Yes, you do, Gila. I mean, what are you doing right now? You do drama. Unless she's saying that, no, I don't do drama when it's convenient for me. You know, everybody does drama. Everybody got a dramatic life in one way or another.
Isn't that the whole point? Like,
I realize that Ethan and Hila are more scared
EG used to work
now
at,
than
Boeing.
they've probably ever been. I feel like anti-Semitism is a thought in their heads now more than ever. And it's not completely unjustified to be thinking about that sometimes. You guys are just hurt, and you're kind of like dancing around and making very like loose, poorly thought out analogies for something that doesn't even apply to us. It's like me making this video is the standing up for something, and it's saying, fuck you, you guys are being bad. You know, I don't think you're bad people, but you're being bad. You're behaving poorly. You're hurting people.
I mean, go back to the civil rights. You think that the people who are like the white kids who are protesting with the black students, you think that they were just like not risking anything? Those kids who are marching with the black students and...
So in Ethan's analogy, he's the black student and I'm the white student, but I'm the white student that's not, you know, marching by his side. I'm not doing the difficult thing. You're gonna have to march on your own, black student.
Marching with the blacks.
Okay, that was mildly funny. That was probably the closest thing I'd get to a giggle this whole video. That's the closest I'll get.
Students and...
I mean, why is it inspiring? Why is it inspiring?
Well, and it's the same thing, to bring
Get
it back
the
to
hell
the song,
out of here.
just
We ain't
because,
no kissing
but
cousins.
It kind of is the same thing. Like, I was thinking
I was
about
gay,
going,
though,
God,
probably,
until I found out it's
I'd
dangerous.
consider it.
He's a total performative
EG's a
activist
handsome
that doesn't
fella.
give a single fuck about the cause.
Ah, it's been performed.
Listen, if all these goony motherfuckers can get famous, I don't see why EG can't. You know? What do they got he don't? Terrible IQs, probably. Yeah, that'll probably help. You got to be dumb as hell to make it in this profession. EG, he just might be too smart. He might be just a bit too smart to make it on YouTube. But then again, Nurse City did it, and he's a brilliant feller. So, it's possible. It's possible. It could happen.
Performed exquisitely, harassing one person and seamlessly transitioning
Why
into
would you say
harassing
something
another
like that?
one. If
So,
anyone's been watching,
you know
for the past
damn well
fucking
EG
year,
ain't no gay bird.
I'm pretty sure they have a good idea of your feelings about Hassan.
Like people like Anissa are the perfect example because she's friends with these
Y'all
people.
gaslighting each
She's
other
friends
worse
with
than,
Idubbz.
Idubbz.
Idubbz is streaming this story about our
I'll
kid
show that, yeah.
getting Giarda from the dog, whatever.
I'm sorry, I'll accept this position from anyone except you guys. You have laid the groundwork for this type of streaming, which is watching people's shit and giving your unfiltered reaction to it. Why?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, anybody who watches other people's videos and then gives their unfiltered reaction to it is just a big old fucking loser. Wait a minute. That's what I'm doing right now.
Why would you expect Anissa, of all people, to say something to Denims? Okay, so by that logic, we should be saying shit to you guys all the time. But I have a feeling you guys wouldn't like if we said shit like that to you all the time. Yeah, we've
Oh
been
my God, this feels like a Dr. Phil fucking episode, and there ain't even no bad baby saying catch me outside. How about that? That's how he should have just... Idubbz should have done the whole intro to this, and then just... cut to him in the cop outfit and goes, catch me outside. How about that? And then ended it right there. He would have won back my respect. By the way, Go Canar's got to eat a shoe. How about that?
Expecting you as independent content creators. You can do what you want. We'll treat you as adults. Maybe we shouldn't have been treating you as adults.
She could say so much, and it would make her a little bit uncomfortable, right? It's not comfortable. She'll get a little bit of shit.
Yeah, just for
But
saying
that would be commendable.
I'll tell you what, Gila got some DSLs on her. You guys know what DSLs are? Them's they dick sucking lips. I'm just saying. You know, she's not my cup of tea, but what do you guys think? You think you should get that job done with them things, them DSLs? You think you should get that job done? Or is she kind of like, no, I'm not in the mood tonight, honey?
Kind of, and by the way, it kind of speaks for itself that saying, hey, their house is clean, they're, you know, they're actually good people, like that's going to get you shit. That kind of says it all.
That's exactly what it's like.
There isn't a
Mr.
single
Who.
person that I respect who would give a fuck if...
I figured there's no reason for EG to be here. There's no reason for EG to be here trying to make sense of all this. So instead, he called me up. He was like, yo, chick, I need you to come in here and just roast these motherfuckers whole stream. And I was like, yo, bet. I'll be there in a minute. I was already in town. I was here for Adam McIntyre's tour.
If I publicly said that Ethan and Hila
Yeah,
are
I watched
great
him.
with their
I'd rather
kids,
watch Go
Ethan
Canar
and
hit a
Hila
shoe than
didn't
this.
kill their dog, and Ethan and Hila wipe their asses or don't have giardia or whatever the prompt is. No one would care. The only person who would care is me, because I'm...
Sorry, Nomad. I mean, sometimes, you know, you just gotta unleash the demon.
I'm like, why did I tweet this out?
Like I always say,
I'm
these
not
colors
tweeting
don't
out
run,
because
baby.
I'm not your fucking lapdog. That's why I'm not tweeting it out. I'm not saying it to my audience because I don't give a fuck. It's not my business.
That's, in my opinion, doing something that's
Yes, it
difficult
does.
and standing by your principles. That's the whole point. That's what makes standing by your principles admirable, is that it's not always easy.
Why are you saying that I'm not standing up for my principles when you don't even know what they are? I get, like, we're a little bit past directly naming me, so we might have gone off on a tangent.
Ugh.
If you maybe accepted the phone call...
This is unbearable. This is unbearable. I wonder if Go Canar's eating that shoe yet. I'd honestly rather go watch that. This stuff is... This sucks. It's not even good. It's not even funny. Where's the skits?
And we talked about it, you could have asked me, hey, what are your principles? And I can tell you the way I've been behaving is exactly in line with my principles. Now we're going to talk about the BDS list. We're going to start off with Frogan because obviously this is like as bad as it gets. If you're following Frogan, that can only mean that you're anti-Ethan. Oh, this is not a good start. Love of the H3 podcast. You are following...
Why are you having this painful content coming out? That's why everyone is asking. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, this is the hottest video out right now. That's why we're talking about it, but this video is actually hot shit. I haven't seen the full thing yet. This blows Frogan. This blows Frogan's ass. Oh, by the way, there's Frogan. So you said you wanted to see her. There she is in all her in all her fucking glory. You know what? It's personally, I feel bad for her because, right, she wears, the only thing she wears is the thing that shows her face, which is probably the worst asset she got going for her right now. I mean, we're talking about a lady who, yeah, you know what? I don't even think I can say that. We could pause the video and play Pin Leafy's chin onto yeah, we could. We definitely could. Where is Idubbz's chin? Because he didn't have it in the boxing match. But, yo, she wears this hijab, right? Which basically just highlights her face, which It's damn unfortunate. I mean, she don't even get to show off her boobies or nothing to try to like make up for it.
Filming Frogan, so that means that you are anti-Ethan.
Yeah, even with it off, though, yeah.
Morg Pie, friend of the show. Olivia, Ian, Daily Dose of Internet is anti-Ethan. Jesus, this is fucked up. Pokimane, comment etiquette.
Well,
oh shit,
Pokimane probably
Asmongold's in
is.
here. Asmongold follows Frogan. No.
Yeah, but they don't follow her. All right, here again, they don't follow her because they like what she's saying. All right, this is probably the only point that Idubbz is making to make sense. But again, you're talking about a guy that just didn't want you to support people who called CPS on his kids. That's basically all it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to figure out. By the way, that's actually a pretty decent picture of Asmongold.
Oh, Asmon. That means you're anti-Ethan. That's fucked up. We're going to want to avoid these creators at the top of the list. But
yes, for
one
sure.
tier below them are the creators who associate with them. They're essentially endorsing all of their statements. You got me, you got Anissa, I think Hassan's in there. You'd think that Hassan would be on the top of the BDS list, but that's not the case. Hassan provides a
Well, I'll tell you what the BDS movement doesn't stand for. It does not stand for big dick syndrome. Maybe for Anissa it does. But for the rest of pressure targets of the BDS movement. Being dick suckers. Big dick suckers. That's what the BDS movement is. That's why you got Idubbz dressed like a woman. That's why you got his OnlyFans woman on there. And that's why you got Hassan Piker. This follows equals endorsement argument. It's such a stupid one to argue about. Yeah, it's so stupid. This whole fucking thing is so dumb.
additional value for people. Ethan can turn a blind eye to people collaborating with Hassan because that's what he did. You gotta be the lowest of the low to be associating with the Frogans and the Denims of the world. To associate with Hassan, that just makes sense because he's famous and he's got a massive fan base. Also, Ethan still follows Hassan on Instagram, so Hassan is in his feed.
And that's showing up right up on us Nisa's and Idubbz feed.
It's important to remember that this is a living document and people can be removed or put onto it.
Because she's probably trying to be like Joe Rogan, but instead she's trying to be Yo Frogan.
Depending on how Ethan's feeling that day. You have this other tier of creators that exist below Hassan, but are still
organic boycotts supported by the big dick suckers movement.
Ethan, but Ethan really doesn't want to bring your attention to these ones because it's kind of unpopular, you know? A lot of them are famous. It's no...
I will say, I love Theo Vaughn. That boy makes me laugh.
Coincidence that Ethan stays silent when these powerful, popular men are supporting Hassan. It's because Ethan is a coward. He's a bitch-made coward. I think Ethan has an unreasonable amount of respect for these comedians because...
That's it. Idubbz versus Ethan. Creator Clash 3. Make it happen.
They have power. They're quick. And I think he knows that they don't fuck with his ideology. But he's going to keep that to himself because the last thing that he wants to discover is that people that he respects and looks up to, they don't fuck with him.
Did you guys all notice that Frogan wasn't in the Big Dick Suckers Club? That's because she ain't got no dick to suck. It's a damn shame, honestly.
Bill Burr came on. It was like the worst fucking show. It was just...
Oh, God, this. By the way, Bill Burr's falling the fuck off, too. He became a whole big cuck as well. Look at that man. Face only a mother could love. I never really liked big old Bill Burr. I just thought he just kind of talked like he's some funny fucker. But I did like when he fucking owned Ethan Klein, though.
It was horrible. That was like my lowest moment on podcast history. We could talk about Bill Burr ruined my life. Bill Burr made Ethan go on Lexapro. I was prescribed it and it was in my bedside. And then it was the Bill Burr episode that made me finally start.
When Stavros goes on Hassan's stream and he mocks your content nuke.
I actually saw a really interesting video about you, man, and I don't know that I'm even comfortable being here anymore.
Oh, no.
Who's that George Costanza looking motherfucker?
Really kind of shed light on you in a way.
Yeah.
Just proof that anybody, including the guy from Seinfeld, can find a way to make it online. See you, New Moon.
You kind of like have leftist politics and stuff like that, and I actually
feline
feel betrayed.
paralysis.
Yeah,
and so I'm actually just here to let you know this is the last time I'm ever coming.
You don't fire back because you're coping. So you're just going to tuck your tail between your legs and never mention on your podcast that mentions everything. You're bringing up some fucking connection I have on Twitter. Someone mocks you on a stream, you're not touching it. Fuck you, you're a coward. It's just his job. It's just what he does for his job. You know, he doesn't mean it. We're actually good friends. You know, he makes fun of everyone. It's not just me, right? Oh, also, I can't forget about Matt Lieb. Matt Lieb is in this like middle tier. His valuable association.
Damn, the Big Dick Suckers Club is getting packed.
Is Rhett and Link. So Rhett and Link, conveniently, are also in this category of popular and powerful men who Ethan does not want to burn bridges with. Although he's sniffing around.
This guy, Matt Lieb, he works for Good Mythical Morning. Of all people, this guy, Matt Lieb, who apparently is a producer for Good Mythical Morning. Well, this guy works for Good Mythical Morning, acting like he's wholesome, and he's bringing on somebody that wants to kill my wife, or in a video game. And I think he should be fired, frankly. And I hope he is fired. He's pathetic. And he interviewed a...
She was streaming and I was watching it, LOL for the lulz. She was playing a big game, ironically enough, a pig game. Wow. Miss Piggy playing a pig game. I seen it all.
Fucking basically a terrorist.
She does look like
Ethan
a
only respects power
Arab
right
Miss
now,
Piggy.
which is one of the reasons I
Y'all
made this
remember Miss
video in the
Piggy?
first place, is because
From the
he
Muppets?
thinks I'm weak. He thinks a lot of these other creators that he's gone out of his way to attack, he thinks that they're weak, and he thinks they're a target that he can bully, he can manipulate, he can send lawsuits to, and...
Listen, if they're coming after him, he has every right to defend himself. All right, I'm just saying, like, I know that everybody in this video is basically the most insufferable people ever, especially Noah Samson. Look at that weirdo. Fucking fake-ass looking mustache. Who's that guy who did the gun stuff? He was in a couple different movies. I can't remember what his name is, but he was like a real pro gun guy. Yeah, Noah Samson looks like just a whole creep. He's like the guy that you don't want to leave your kids around alone. You know what I'm saying? He just looks like that guy. Yeah, what's up, Side Glass Bottles? Welcome. 6 feet 5 inches, Kaylee. That's a tall woman. That's a whole lot. Yeah, that's a lot of woman right there. But Noah Samson's that moron that put out the video on Chud that we talked about a while ago. The purple guy. The guy that used a lot of purple lighting for some fucking reason. Now, I'm thinking of the guy from Magnum. Tom Selleck. It's Tom Selleck looking ass. He wishes he was Tom Selleck, though.
I want him to know that we're not going to be bullied. You're being a piece of shit, and we're going to call you out.
So here's the button. You've got a video and you've got an audio. We're hitting both.
Oh, the button.
Yes.
There's no point.
Let's leave.
Yeah, there's no need.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Oh, shit. Like, how pathetic are you?
You know what's funny, too? Look at this. He paid like $30-some thousand for that button. But look, I have a button here myself. Oh, my God. I can't believe that he said. Oh, look at that. Yeah, see, I got a button, too. I guess, you know how much my button cost? Nothing. It came with my soundboard. Burned.
Don't worry if you don't have it all now. I don't like pedophile. Like the Eye of Sauron. I see you. I see you out there, you fucking cockroach. You'll be living with your parents for a lot longer, buddy. Yes, please. I want to be a good Jew. I'm a good Jew, please.
More than anything, I'm straight up impressed that he literally took the time to go out and find every single clip of Ethan hitting the button and then putting a date on it.
Guys, please.
That's fine.
That is too much free time even for me. Although he probably paid someone to go do it. Or you're just like, everybody send me different clips of Ethan hitting the button.
I don't think it was that.
That was fine.
Big a deal. Of all the things that
Anywho,
it always surprises me what
It
you
always
think
comes back to
crosses over.
MP.
well,
I really thought it was gonna be Content Cop modern Paul. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. So it looks like I might have to do one myself.
That Olivia, and she's like, yes, do it.
EG, I'm
Now let's talk about the button. Ethan got this button, or kill switch, as a response to the controversy with Cutie Cinderella. He was not able to
Cutie Cinderella
control
talk.
himself in that moment, and instead of figuring out how he can...
By the way, I missed that whole drama. I had no idea what the hell happened with her. But I think it has something to do with someone like watching an AI adult video of her where it wasn't even really her, but somebody like put her face on, and she got really upset about it, which weird thing. Like, y'all ever see those AI videos that go around Twitter that are people kissing? You put two people next to each other, and the AI will make them start like French kissing. It's weird, man. It's fucking weird. It's probably what he's been doing all this. Yeah, probably.
change his behavior, he spent $20,000.
Dan and Hila were like, we would kill button that right now if we could. I can't change who I am.
I know. That's why the kill button is on its way.
That's it. See, exactly.
He uses the button for everything. If his jokes don't land, he's hitting the button.
It was being presented as if the Jordan crying thing.
I hit the button.
Why?
I don't think I needed to, but you guys were giving me crickets, so I panicked.
If he's insecure about getting something wrong, he's hitting the button.
But, okay.
That's it. From now on, when y'all aren't behaving in the chat, I'm hitting the button. That's it. I will be a malicious dictator with the button. Oh my God. Y'all are some weird people. Y'all want to see me kiss EG? That's strange. That's it. You're getting buttoned. And that's all I have to say about that.
What? What on this frame could Ethan have responded to? Perhaps the country flag that he got wrong? Maybe. I don't know.
Rage Against the Machines, calm down. Calm down, Rage Against the Machines.
Before, look how sad. But yeah, it's not just that. Like their eyes are like big. I think you guys are wrong on this one. I think you guys are all wrong on this one.
I don't think he's unique in hitting the button. I think if all of us had buttons, we'd hit the button all the time.
Yeah, you type in random numbers.
But if you don't have it, you operate differently. You think about what you're saying.
I will use the button with complete recklessness if I need to.
Plan for your show a little bit more.
Fear
you
the button.
Maybe say, I'm not going to have my podcast be an emotional dumping ground for today. You instead say, ooh, it's important that we stay on topic. Also, the H3 community and Ethan himself use the phrase goblin mode all the time to excuse a lot of his shitty behavior or make it seem less bad.
Oh, would you almost say that you do that? He does it almost like you did with Content Cop. Huh? Fuck your button. That's it, Nomad. You getting the button. Oh, y'all making me go off up in here. Y'all making me lose my mind up in here, up in here.
I've been diagnosed with goblin mode, actually.
By claiming that what happens is he just gets into this like uncontrolled state he refers to as goblin mode.
I do not call myself goblin mode.
Yeah, I'm dropping the best shit.
Goblin mode? Is that what you're calling Tourette's now?
To all victims of goblin mode, I would like to issue an apology.
You are goblin mode today. You're goblin mode. Look how many times you paused the
I'm trying,
video.
bro.
And I don't think there's no room for using the term goblin mode. I like the idea that you're defending yourself and the little guy by going goblin mode when a big corporation or a big entity is trying to attack you.
Like, if you fuck me over, if you steal money from me, if you patronize me, if you do any of this shit like you're trying to do to me, to treat me like a fucking idiot.
That weirdo with the mask?
Dude.
Get out of here, Soul.
I've gone fucking
Soul's going goblin mode.
Way less.
But you not thinking about what you're
Bitch
saying,
got a
not,
head.
reflecting on your behavior, not changing your behavior, that's not goblin mode. That's being a child. Let's talk about the crew. I think the crew has been put in the worst working environment that you possibly can be for a fucking podcast. Every crew member has it bad. To be around.
Oh, I do, Sarah. You just don't know it yet. Like I always been saying, and I'm gonna keep saying, these colors don't run, baby.
Ethan, period, would be a nightmare right now.
I'm standing.
Y'all used to that all. Y'all used to that all rinky dinky pussy boy. E.g. All right, this peak male specimen here in front of y'all. You should be grateful. Y'all should be praising Jesus Christ Himself that I am sitting here in front of y'all tonight, giving you the most amazing commentary you could ever imagine in regards to these idiots.
Standing by every fucking syllable of that, okay? What
We're
she
in toddler
did was
mode,
abhorrent.
that's right.
And by the way,
Just don't. Listen, your critique of her is correct. It's just
Yo, listen, all right. I seen Rosanna's feet. She's small. She fun sized. Listen, man. Listen, baby. I don't. Some people accuse Chick of being a little bit whorish. You know what I'm saying? I might be a bit of a man whore myself. Who knows?
you know, people are sensitive about women being called that word, and so
like, how pathetic are you? You know what I mean?
Well,
I'm not assuming his pronouns, and fuck all these people. Go ahead.
No,
and I'm
no.
not yelling at you. I'm just.
Kelly is a black woman, right?
Yes.
Maziel is a
Korean.
Oh, Dan, come on. You're being such a buzzkill. Yeah, I didn't know Korean. I asked if Koreans are POC. God.
You know, Dan's in the bathroom.
I'll tell you what, that Uncle Fester moment of his when he got in a big fight with Trisha Paytas. Oh, he looked like such an idiot. Because he's just sitting there in his Uncle Fester outfit with her being like, fuck you, I ain't never talking to y'all ass again. I heard Chick Nugs and EG like feet. Yeah, listen. Like a nice little toesy woesies, you know? I like every part of a woman. Let's just be clear about that. I just don't like their mouth. Dan does suck. Dan sucks.
Let's just not do this right now.
I asked if Korean people are POCs.
The one time the button didn't work and we listened to how he spoke to AB without thinking that the internet was going to hear it, it was rude, it was nasty, and it didn't have this caveat of like,
Chick
I'm
don't
not
even
mad
got
at
his
you.
own
It
YouTube.
was anger, and it was uncalled for.
I got X
They get access to cover most of it.
Doing it.
What are you
It's
doing?
so awkward and terrible.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
Just like this is what I'm talking about when it's always like.
We need to get home for our kids.
It's like, bro.
Oh no, I didn't want to finish it right now. I just thought about finishing Wednesday.
On Friday, maybe. Is it?
You guys, like.
All right, I'm taking my hand off the.
That's the look of a man who just realizes he fucked up. Oh, by the way, this is the one time that Gila could get it. Something about that police outfit is just really doing it for me.
Yeah.
What? Okay, well.
heard all that. Thanks, Button.
And he didn't want to take accountability for it. He immediately wanted to deflect, and he wanted to say that the button fucked him.
First of all, I appreciate the hard work.
I know you
you've
do,
done, and
I
I
know.
loved it, and I really enjoy it. But it's like every time we do it, it's like the show is what it is, and
I know.
it makes it.
I was being selfish.
What are y'all's opinion? For the men in the audience, yes or no to Gila in the cop hat? For ladies, Ethan in the Uncle Fester uniform. Is it a yes or a no for y'all?
No, dude, that button me, dude.
How sad is it they still got that stupid Bobby plushie? That's like the best advertisement the Bo Blacks can get is being on H3H3, and he's on there as a joke. That wasn't even that bad though. No, this one wasn't bad. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. There's a lot of H3 people. I mean, I'm sure they want to keep their jobs, but no Gila. Mr. T's Gold Chain says, yup. See, girls, I tell you, you put on a little outfit for us, we all right. We down for that. I bet you they went and procreated after this.
Can you imagine that button f***ing me over like that?
The button fucked you? AB fucked you?
My ex is a police lady. What you? Oh hell yeah, Mr. Hoot. Gotta go all. Have a great. Thank you, ING. Thanks for stopping by. I like the cop hat too. I thought she looked pretty good. Poor ladies, I gave you Ethan and Uncle Fester. That was your option.
Who fucked you? You fucked yourself by being an asshole. He makes it seem like he's not a tyrant of a boss.
We're doing it.
What are you doing?
Yeah, the cop with that jet black hair is
appreciate
doing
the hard
something.
work
I know
you've
you do.
done, and
I
I
know.
loved it, and I really enjoy it.
Dan, his producer, is constantly.
I know. Well, that was the whole fun of it, right? We get Gila in a sexy little cop outfit, and y'all get Uncle Fester. Life ain't fair, soul. Life ain't fair.
Clarifying things
We
on
do
the
like
air
playing
and
pretend.
making it clear that what Ethan
Oh,
said.
damn, Blue Jay. Blue Jay's like, no, I would not do Ethan in the Uncle Fester outfit, but yeah, maybe I switch teams for the cop lady.
Was a joke. Ethan is being overly defensive, or he's saying things that are like not true and he's exaggerating.
People saw that. They thought that that was what you searched to
I did
pull
not
up that photo. So I'm just clarifying.
Thank you for clarifying. I appreciate you doing that. God forbid.
It's okay because I buttoned it.
Why?
Because
The cowboy hat's not bad either. Cowboy hat's not that bad either. The cop hat for sure, but the cowboy hat, I mean, she knows how to accessorize.
It's not that big of a deal, man.
Just
Like,
your
how da-
inability.
Not one taker for
hold on,
Uncle
hold on,
Fester.
Dan. How does it change anything? People knowing that we did it.
It's fun when it's a surprise.
Okay, well,
Well, you just asked how it changed
Surprise
things.
them on your show.
Okay. All right.
You know, I understand that that's his role, and he's, you know, Ethan's made that his job, or Dan's made it his job. Ethan leans on it so heavily, in the same way that he leans on the button. Ethan is leaning on all of these people to be adults
God,
and look
this
after
sucks.
his behavior and give all of this emotional and
terrible.
empathetic energy for Ethan.
I'm
but Ethan
struggling to get through the
refuses
rest
to
of
give
this.
it back to
Video's
them.
so boring.
Also, let's talk about AB and Lena, two Lebanese
Get me a Bowie.
employees,
No, I don't want
and
no
you
Bowie
just
plushie,
continue to
unless
talk
it
about
was
the
to
conflict
destroy that shit.
like they don't exist.
That guy sucks.
It would be nicer, a lot nicer.
I am learning though. When EG first came out onto the scene, right? Chud reacted to one of old EG's videos, right? And by the end of the video, EG left it with like a nice, sincere little message about pierogi and all the good things he does for people and how scammer payback's important and, you know, do good things for one another. And then Chud was like, EG, check back at me a year after you see all the crazy people that you deal with on the internet and tell me you still feel that way. He was right. If there's one thing I've learned about this internet thing, it's that people suck.
Nicer for you to shut the fuck up about it. You're allowed to do that.
Hezbollah in Syria alone killed double that much.
The real Uncle Fester. It's still the Uncle Fester thing.
All right, I'm going to move on. I just want to play Hassan talking about bad empanada.
Ethan doesn't want to change, and he wants to bring the entire crew
I'm surprised.
down
I
with
would have
him.
figured one of y'all
Because
girls would have
he's
took
putting
Uncle
them
Fester
in
for a
this
ride.
position every day, right? But it's more important that he gets this shit off his chest.
He
It's
did
more
look pretty
important
terrible, though.
That he
It's
dumps.
scary.
We're all familiar with Goblin Mode. Well, Ethan debuted a new mode recently.
And by the way, my ratio is pretty good. Like, I'm looking at like 20 goblin mode.
Yeah, see, the blonde hair, though, not so much a fan of the blonde hair. She got to stick with that dark hair. That's where she thrives. Brings out her eyes. The blonde hair, not so much. Yeah, people suck. I love Chud. Yeah, people do suck, and Chud's good. We like Chud around here.
Modes to one too far. Demon mode, let's call it.
Uh-oh, demon mode.
What makes demon mode different than goblin mode is goblins aren't really like an intimidating, powerful force. If the goblin is persistent, it can get what it wants.
When I'm done with the other one, the big one that's dropping probably next week, my full attention is going
Nah,
to
you
you,
keep your
George,
weirdos
like the
over
Eye
there,
of
so-
Sauron. I see you. I see you out there, you fucking cockroach.
You're like a magnet for
Ethan,
weirdos.
the reason the internet got behind you when you were being sued by Matt Haas or when you were being sued by Ryan Kavanaugh is because people saw you as the underdog. They saw you as the guy who's defending.
I'd rather take Ian because I could make him do whatever I want and get, well, damn, girl. Blue Jay, you a sassy little kid, ain't you? She's like, I could get Ian to do whatever the hell I want.
The common man.
I'm suing, and I cannot wait for you guys to read it. At the
She does
moment,
look
we are
older as a
writing
blonde.
3 complaints for 3 people.
You are doing the classic rich asshole thing. You have a deficit of friends, you have a surplus of enemies.
That's fair.
You feel really bad,
That's a
you
good
feel
point.
hurt. But you
One
also
point,
have a
Idubbz.
surplus of money. So what can you do? You can use that money to bully and intimidate people. These public legal threats that you're making to fellow creators, these legal threats that you're making to people on Reddit, on
I'm not
Twitter,
familiar with Mariel
you're like, I'm
Hemingway.
hurt. These people are hurting me. What do I do to stop it? There's nothing I can do to stop it. I'm powerless. No, you have a ton of power. You have a ton of options. You have a ton of choice. That's exactly what you get for being filthy rich, is you can do
That's what you get for
of
being
these
filthy.
things.
You're rich
I
too,
never
bitch.
want to
Shut
sue
up.
someone for defamation, but like at what point do you kind of fucking have to? I mean, this is like basically someone calling you a pedophile. Be like, yeah, you know, Ethan's a pedophile.
Dan Clancy or whatever, like the CEO of Twitch, and being
Pedophile. Dan KKK Clancy has a similar view of Hitler. Because Dan Clancy, the Nazi, fucking anti-Semite. There are certain things you can accuse people of that rise above to make it like actionable, which is like wrongfully accusing someone of being a pedophile, a sex criminal, a murderer, shit like that. Dan Clancy now, in other words, he is a pedophile.
You have so much less to go off of saying that
Oh
than
no,
anybody
I'm
has
just saying
about
based
Dream.
on his looks. Just based on his
Well, at least you're self-aware.
That's 100% a joke. I have no evidence to conclude that he is.
One of the more notable legal threats that Ethan has sent out recently is against Noah Sampson.
I have nothing but...
Well, to be fair, Noah Sampson sucks. 5 head is back. Noah Sampson does fucking suck.
vibes to gain and potentially your money as well. Don't worry if you don't have it all now. I'll garnish your wages. You're going to be living with your parents for a lot longer, buddy. 26, you know what I mean? Try 46.
Noah made a video that was critical of Ethan and other content creators when they're talking about Israel and Palestine. I mean, the way he's talking
Noah
about
Sampson
Noah
knows
on
what
his
he's talking
podcast
about.
is so fucking creepy and weird.
Is this a new thing?
This is a new thing. This happened during the show. Upon initial examination, it seems to check out, and it's not great for young Noah.
Can I say that? Don't say it yet.
I'll say it.
So he's a rape. So of course his standard. I don't know what he's accused of, so I'm not actually going to say. But
Ethan brought on a former partner of Noah to basically just shit talk him and say that he's a bad partner. But that's all that Ethan was able to extract out of it.
you are not accusing him of committing any crimes or doing R-word or anything like that. The accusation is that he's a sleaze.
Absolutely. Noah
Yeah.
Sampson, as far as I know, is not a rapist.
Fuck you to Noah Sampson, who's not just a liar and a scumbag, but also a creep, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Now let's talk about the left-leaning Democrat.
He presents himself as someone like me, a left-leaning Democrat who supports basic things.
The thing that made me start to...
No, he's way more... Noah Sampson, he's way more liberal than that. He's like super hardcore, like he wants to be Hassan's little errand boy.
To question Ethan's intentions is that
Errand
when he
boy.
was suggested to talk to Sam Cedar, a fellow...
His FYP are all Camboba girls. You know how many friends told me to be one of those Twitch girls? Nah, I'm a snowflake. I'd be called fat and start crying. I couldn't. Aw. Well, I think you would be all right. One progressive versus 20 MAGAs. And he didn't even do good. He didn't even do good in that debate.
progressive, a guy that Ethan respects and looks up to.
I believe that was Seaman.
He works
all over his
for
face.
with Sam Cedar at the Majority Report. I respect him and what they do there.
He kept saying that it was racist or anti-Semitic to suggest that he talked to someone who's within the same ethnic group as him.
That's why I said yesterday, like, I urge Ethan to talk to Sam Cedar. There are very thoughtful, very kind anti-Zionist Jews out there that he could talk to. I don't think that I will be able to reach him.
What's the insinuation that I only listen to other Jewish people? You need to talk to my pre-approved list of Jews that like agree with me on everything. You know, it doesn't matter if they're Jewish, dude. It doesn't matter if they're fucking Jewish.
I think most Jews.
I don't think Jews at large view it. I don't think that is the...
In what position are you to even say that?
It's not motivated by myself. It's motivated by Jews against anti-Zionist
No,
Jews.
seriously, how can you speak for my entire ethnic group? I find that really interesting.
Ethan, I don't know what to fucking tell you. This is like step one of having a leftist ideology, is recognizing our race, religion, nationality, all this shit, all shape our experiences as people.
That's the reason why it'd be better served to have this conversation not with myself, but with an anti-Zionist Jewish person.
Why does it matter if they're Jewish?
Because I'm not Jewish, and you've said in this conversation that, like, how can you tell me how to feel about the situation?
Yeah, but how is one person of...
I would say this right here was the beginning of the end for them. This was definitely the beginning of the end.
representative of Jews at large. I'm just telling you how Jewish people around the world interpret that phrase.
So yes, Ethan, on occasion you might be...
And now Idubbz is super damn lefty as well. Goddamn, Ian's gone fully holy... Yeah, he's gone past holy shit. He's gone like... Fuck. I mean, I know I went into this content cop with not very high expectations, but this blew away just how absolutely, completely, and utterly, like, gone he truly is. You're right. I guess that's the only way to really say he's fully gone.
He suggested to talk to someone who has some crossover with you. It doesn't have to be your ethnicity. It could possibly be someone who shares progressive ideology with you.
Watch your mouth,
It could possibly
Carla.
be someone who is of your same gender. I think Ethan understands this concept very well. He listened to these women on his show when they told him that he shouldn't be calling women bitches.
This bitch is intolerable. You are such a nasty fucking bitch, Ken.
I don't know if you can call her a bitch, though.
She is a bitch. She's a fucking bitch. You're right. I call her a see you next Tuesday.
Listen, you have. He looks like Artie Lang right there.
What do Lena and Sam think about
Yeah,
it?
there's no returning Nomad. He's fully cooked. He's just fully cooked. He's 100% in the gang now.
I wouldn't be okay with that.
Yeah.
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 I feel like that is
I
it's for
glazed
the
by it.
girlies, Ethan. But I
So
agree.
you guys all seem to be
Yeah.
in consensus that it's in
are.
poor form. I think to respect the
These colors
women
don't
here in the
run by
room, I'm going to have to pass on saying that.
The infantilization of Ethan Klein is fucking nauseating. He's
Oh, for
not
sure.
a child.
For sure,
He's
Nomad.
absolutely capable of looking into Hassan, learning about his politics, interviewing,
That's a damn dirty
doing
lie,
loads
Sarah,
of
you
things
know
to
it.
figure out where he stands.
He presents himself as someone like me, a left-leaning Democrat who supports basic things. And for the first time, I noticed an inordinate amount of radical, hardcore leftists. I mean, I thought we were social democrats, not whatever this was. This comment from Hassan really started to sound some alarms in my head. I was already getting uncomfortable with our partnership. I started to
He shacked up with a bunch of communists and was like shocked when they started throwing communist ideas at him.
wonder if I had any idea who this guy actually is.
You made how many episodes with Hassan? Like, this guy made a fucking program with the biggest mega leftist
I would agree,
on the
Rajira.
platform.
It
Now
sucks.
he's acting like he was tricked.
It sucks so bad. This video sucks so bad. It's all we're almost done now. We're almost done. I gotta get through the whole fucking thing.
And he was
But
incapable
damn it, this
of
sucks.
figuring out what this guy's beliefs were. Bro, I didn't make the
like
fucking
unbearably
leftist
bad.
program. You did. You made fucking, what, 60 some odd episodes of this shit for hours talking to this guy? You didn't have a problem with any of it until, Ethan talks about being aware of Hassan's 9/11 comments and then sort of leaves it at that. Like it was just a joke. Actually, I think Ethan describes them as edgy moments or jokes.
You might remember him from such classics as...
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it. I'm saying it.
Now, to be
Fuck
clear, I
that
knew
guy.
about all these
Fuck that
edgy,
guy.
controversial jokes
Without
at the
saying
time we
that.
made the show together, because who am I to judge?
No.
Yeah, I don't care who did what, but saying that all that stuff should have happened to all them innocent people, fuck you, Hassan. Fuck you. That's all I could say about that. Get to the part where Ian starts crying. I can't believe... I know. I almost do want to skip, because this is just more fucking cope for the next... Hang on. Let's get to the Sabra hummus stuff, because this is fucking retarded.
But it is a cultural word amongst Arabic-speaking people and Muslim people. Like, that is a word that's used. Habibi. It means my love. Oh, no, don't do that, Habibi. Oh, yes, Habibi. You're my Habibi, I'm your Habibi. So, yes, it's meant to be a fun way that these Arab content creators can express their Arab culture and be proud of it and happy about it.
Oh, yeah,
Because
Denims
it's
looks
not
like an Arab content
They have
creator,
massive
let me tell you.
representation on the platform.
Making a tier list based on race. And nobody has a fucking problem with that. Okay, you have a tier list based on race. Where's the Jewish panel? Where's the Jewish panel? Where at the top it says Jewish. It's a tier list based on Arab to Jew. He's Arab, which is good. That's the best thing you can be on this. That's the best. This is racist.
I will say that conveying information through a tier list is not the most effective thing, but Ethan should understand this principle. He did a white slurs tier list with Hassan.
Cracker.
I mean, you know what my take is.
We can't put this as an F. Cracker. I mean, that's got to be at least a D, right?
Pale face motherfucker.
Pale face. I mean, again, I think that's an F.
Hog. So Hog is my favorite. I use it all the time.
Him and Hassan feel as though they are white guys, so they felt very comfortable talking about white slurs on.
Hey, Idubbz, remember that time you said the N-word? And then you said either all of it's okay or none of it's okay? It says something that Twitch allowed that to happen because, you know, they had to have a... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's the whole problem that Ethan has, is that it's like, all right, well, I guess Twitch co-signed this with their sponsorships behind them talking about Cyber Hummus.
Their tier list.
I think I'm more white than you. What do you think?
I think I'm white. Like, I'm super white.
Can you understand why Arabs might feel comfortable talking about Arab shit on their tier list, Ethan? You're the white guy. You think you're more white than Hassan.
I think I'm more white than you.
So, yeah, the white guy can say all the things that he wants.
Oh, shit, I skipped the part where he says Hassan was just passionate and frustrated about the 9/11 thing. Yeah, that's stupid. That's so dumb. So I skipped over it because this video is literally like destroying my brain. But he says at one part, he's like, hey, you know, America deserves 9/11. I'm just going to go and say it. And then he was like, oh yeah, he's just passionate and he's just, you know, really frustrated. Fuck you, Idubbz, for co-signing that bullshit. Never, ever, ever in a million years would I ever say that America deserved what happened to those people on that day. I still remember like it was yesterday. Every 9/11, I watched 9/11 videos to remind myself because it was so terrible. And I've been in, E.G., he went to rehab. He was in there with a lot of firefighters and police officers from 9/11 because I guess the rehabs all, they made a deal, so they sent them all down from New York because I'm only about 2 hours away from New York. So he sent all them down. They were telling me stories about that day. I would highly suggest Hassan sit down with some fucking firefighters and police officers that were there and then say that to them and see how they react. Yeah, I think Anissa probably wrote a lot of this, to be honest with you.
Wants like Cracker, but the Arabs can't have their tier list.
I would put him also in Arab. I know Turkish people are different.
Notice how they dropped the premise almost immediately.
Yeah, but you can't even compare. It's a Twitch-sponsored event. Look at that. Capcom, Samsung, TwitchCon, Capcom. Like, come on, dude. What a joke. What a joke. And then they put all Hassan's orbiters around him. Like, this is disgusting. The whole fucking thing is disgusting. I don't care how you twist it. And you know Cyber Hummus is for, I don't care if it's, like, not that good. You know what they were going with when they did this.
That it's about who can say Habibi. And then it's like, Hassan, okay, actually, he's Arab. We fucking love him. He's dope. He's Arab.
Habibi is an Arabic word. That is an Arabic word, Ethan.
Funny about this whole thing is that they say Habibi in Israel. Again, people underestimate just how like mixed Israeli culture is. Like,
we say Habibi in Israel. Yes, Ethan. Another piece of evidence as to why it is.
This has got to be like the biggest all-time crash out of anybody on any social media ever. Like, this is almost as bad as I'm Alex. Like, that's how sad this situation is.
Isn't anti-Semitic.
This is racist.
It is Jews versus
If you're not
Arabs.
Arab or
it's exactly what
understand Arab culture at all, which is a lot of Americans, and Ethan Klein presents you this tier list and calls it anti-Semitic, you're just going to eat it up. It's not. Ethan is just proving his location on this tier list.
But the top didn't say Habibi. The top said Arab.
loves Sabra because he doesn't understand.
This is like Cope on another level. Jews equals bad. That's the joke. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. That is the joke. That would like be like, what are we're gonna put a wolf to represent dogs, and we're gonna put a lion to represent cats. Let's see which ones people like more. But you know that it's a representation of dogs versus cats. It's so like the Cope is incredible. The Cope is freaking incredible.
In Arab culture, there's a lot of Arabs who eat Sabra. There's a lot of people like me who eat Sabra. A lot of the times, it's all that's in the store,
Oh,
and
well,
I'm gonna
I eat
buy
Sabra
it, and
then,
I'm
I
gonna
guess.
eat it. But it is not the.
That
good
means
shit.
I love
like
Jews.
the average Arab American. They're gonna go in the store, and the only option they have is fucking
Yeah, it's
Sabra,
terrible.
and that sucks. That's the only option, right? Arab communities.
I don't think Idubbz ever comes back from this. I don't think the fact that he's getting this many views is a good thing for him. I think this is going to be considered one, and I don't think people are watching because they're excited to see what he says, or they're people like, oh, you got to check out the latest. You got to check out the latest Content Cop. They're like, yo, go watch that video and just listen to how absolutely terrible he sounds.
And distribution facilities are not widespread across the U.S. So what are they left with? They're left with a common, relatable, shitty hummus, which is Sabra. And what's so fucking pathetic about
Idubbz, I don't know if you read the side of that hummus though, but it said simply classic. How bad could it be? I've never been a fan of hummus though myself.
this whole thing
Give me a good Philadelphia cream cheese all day, baby.
is after he was able to get these Arab creators banned off of Twitch for 30 days, he goes on to talk
for
about
him.
how bad
That was a
Sabra
W
hummus
for
is
Ethan.
on his show.
I don't think anybody prefers Sabra over homemade like restaurant quality hummus. You know, it's what's there.
Like weirdly fluffy.
It is
Sabra.
fluffy.
Weird.
Yeah.
I would buy it sometimes and eat it. It's not the best.
The problem is with Sabra, in my opinion, it's only good for the first 2 days.
Oh, I bet you the next creator clash is going to fail too. And then he's going to have no choice but to bury it. Although they're putting it in a much smaller event this time, which is probably a smart idea on his part. But I got to be honest, dude. I like Sabra hummus. Yes, you are, Mr. T's Gold James. You super racist for liking Sabra hummus.
For some reason, like when you eat this Sabra shit, it just feels so much heavier. And imagine eating a whole fucking vat of Sabra. That's crazy.
Yeah. I've never liked hummus.
Oh, okay.
Well, you hate Jews then.
I don't.
And Arabs.
Yeah.
This is racist.
Yeah, it's almost like you can have a discussion about Sabra hummus being a bad hummus without it being at all related to a Jewish thing.
Oh my God. The amount of fucking cope. It's the cope for me, guys. It's the cope for me. Just so much cope. Cope. Hummus looks like baby shit. I can get behind it. Yeah, it does look like baby shit. You're right. And it's like sandy tasting too, which is weird. Like I said, just get yourself a Philadelphia cream cheese. You'll have a much better experience.
Or an Israeli thing. He can have that discussion as much as he wants on his podcast because we all know his intentions aren't anti-Semitic.
This is what he did. He hit his heart hard.
The Zionism is leading to not accepting other cultures, embracing their own culture, and instead thinking that that is an attack on you. There's this incident on the podcast where they were reacting to Cutie Cinderella, and Ethan was laughing during it. So that ended up being a pretty important wake-up call for Ethan. He made an apology video
if you don't got nothing else, Sabra hummus is fine.
And it was graded by a professional
right,
psychologist,
here we go.
Dr. Kirk Honda of
This is
Psychology
fucking
in
hilarious.
Seattle. And Ethan got an A+
And not
rating.
because it's meant to
In
be
terms of
funny.
a public apology, this is A+.
Ethan won't stop talking about his A+ rating.
You know, he rated my apology to Cutie Cinderella a perfect.
I'm trying to decide how I feel about Gila's hair here. Because she's letting her dark roots grow in, which she should. But she kind of looks like Lady Gaga here. And while Lady Gaga has her moments, it's going to be a no for me, dog. Sorry, Gila.
Score.
Put the cop hat back on with the dark hair, and we can talk.
A perfect 10.
A perfect 10 out of 10?
Literally 10 out of 10. Go back. I can teach you how to make a
Right.
good apology. I'm
Right,
the best at
10
it.
out of 10.
I know what
You
a
are
perfect
racist,
apology
Mr.
is,
Hoot.
lady. You fucking
You don't even know how to make
Is my
summas?
perfect apology in this PowerPoint? Dude, I got a perfect 10 out of 10.
This one is actually best apology.
You like it when she goes, guys?
Ethan Klein, you guys, oh my God.
Everybody's got their
I was
taste.
trying really hard to think about an impactful moment during this video. Like, could I do something that would really wake Ethan up? And I don't know if this came from...
Wake up, Ethan. Wake up, Ethan. What a fuck. Yeah, I'll tell you what. You have a dream about Frogan, it is a nightmare. Maybe that's why they put her in it. Because they were like, yo, if you dream about this bitch, you definitely are having a nightmare.
A good place or not, but I came up with the idea
She looks like
of
Savannah Marie.
getting Ethan's grade changed from an A to a B at least. So I went to visit psychology in Seattle. I'm not confident that Kirk will...
Dude, he literally went all the way to Seattle just to try to get his score changed on his apology.
change his grade.
Which is funny because Ethan Klein walked back that apology, so it wasn't even a real apology.
But it's worth trying, and, you know, we might learn a thing or two.
Xander! Probably get pretty low marks. Unlike me, perfect score, 10. I said, hey, Lud, no wig drama. Why are you such a spineless,
That is
cowardly
true.
person?
When
Now
you
that
have
you've inserted yourself and your girlfriend into this conversation.
Okay.
When you have when you have sleep paralysis, the last thing you see before you die is Frogan.
Hey, Idubbz, I hear you. You're in the room with me right now. I hear you. I hear your request. I understand it. I can understand where it's coming from. And I guess have a policy that when there is a grade for an apology, I am just grading that discrete apology as I see.
Oh, I'm 100% using that, those memes. There's so much memeable stuff in the beginning of this video. I'm definitely going to use that in some upcoming videos.
It without taking any consideration of prior or future behavior. If you're wanting me to comment on the overall behavior or the recent behavior from the clips that you have shown me, I believe that Ethan is a good person, and that eventually he will feel sorrow and will feel sorry and will apologize, and I will be there to evaluate that apology when it happens, which I know it will.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Is KDA here? What's up, KDA? I didn't see you in the chat. Oh, there you are. What's up, KDA Scambaits? Good to see you. You're over on Labor Lately. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you.
Unfortunately, Kirk...
We're just going over this just trash heap of a video.
Kirk did not change his grade, but that's okay.
Imagine going all the way out to Seattle to try to get a guy to change his grade on a YouTube video that he gave Ethan Klein. And he said no. Oh my God. He said no. Oh, how fucking... This is like the most pathetic thing ever. The most pathetic thing.
Because this is the internet, anyone can have their own official apology rating system. So I'm going to rate Ethan's apology a B-. That's
Jesus Christ. And he doesn't even give him like an F. He gives him a B-. Even though you're making a hit piece on the guy. This is pure insanity. I think I just broke my brain. I don't even know if I can do the accent anymore. My brain is officially fucking cooked. Like, you know that old drug video where it's like, this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions? I feel like my brain has been on drugs this whole time. I heard Chick Nug lose his accent after an hour. Yes, it's exactly how it goes. It's a hard thing to keep up with, okay? I got to scream at the top of my lungs. It's hard to keep up with that kind of energy. But he gets it back from time to time. It comes back.
just based on my own feelings and my own rubric. When Psychology in Seattle was watching these video clips of Ethan, he said that it looks like Ethan could just use a hug. Now, of course, it kind of pisses me off to hear that shit because I'm like, what are we doing? What are we saying? He needs a hug? No, he doesn't need a hug. He needs a good fucking ass whooping is what he needs. I think something that's...
Are you going to give it to him, son? Is that going to be you? I agree. I lost break. I know, and this is like my third time watching this because I watched Chud react to it earlier, and then now I'm reacting to it, and I had to watch it yesterday when it came out. I am fully fucking cooked. I cannot do this. I will never watch this thing again after this, for sure.
Very important to me in bringing back Content Cop is to be fair. I think that was something that was not illustrated in
That's a
previous
damn lie,
Content
Mr.
Cops
Hoop.
that I think should have been.
I
and
like the
probably
Philadelphia
wouldn't have left
Flyers,
me
even
with
though
so
I ain't
much
from
regret. Ethan deserves all of the criticism that he's getting. I think
the
it's
Broad
very
Street
valid.
Bullies.
But I also think, at the end of the day, we should acknowledge that he's human because he is human. And he is in a situation that's making him extremely scared, paranoid, defensive, sensitive, and I'm sure other features and feelings. In the spirit of Kirk saying that it looks like Ethan could just use a hug, I have challenged some of his most powerful haters to put down the haterade and just say something nice and charitable about him because I think he deserves it.
I just wanted to say that I respect that you are genuinely yourself on the internet. I think a lot of other people respect you for it as well. I think that's a big reason why people were drawn to your content in the first place. I think that's a lot of the reason why your employees chose to work with you over anyone else.
Ethan. Oh my God. I think me thinks this is the cringiest fucking thing ever. And again, why is this guy talking? Who are you? You don't even go here, bro. Y'all don't even go here.
I think it's respectable that you even began this journey to leave behind the anti-SJW crowd.
A little birdie saw EG in Nick's chat when he was reacting to the Content Cop. Yeah, well, sometimes I like to go in, EG likes to go in his chat and give him shit when he's talking about Nerd City.
And step into a more empathetic worldview. I know it's not easy.
Ethan Klein, I think that when you are being goofy, when you're being silly, when you are being lighthearted, and just having fun with your friends, I think that is when you're at your best. So I'd love to see more of that. That'd be sick.
I will be reading my letter off because I don't.
Okay, she can't even. The one person who can't even fucking speak from their heart. She got to read a letter. He's the one who said to kill all. Jesus Christ. My God. There is no more slave owners.
I don't want to sound robotic. H3
But there are white people.
used to be the sports figure that I used to watch. I hope that one day gets back to what I remember. You were one of the inspirations.
Ironically, though, if he did succeed in killing all the white people, he wouldn't have been in this video. So how's that for irony? But when the I guess when they can do good for his channel, he's all for it. Went to my first NHL game a couple months ago. I saw them win in overtime against Utah. It was amazing. That's awesome. Yeah, I like playoff hockey. Playoff hockey's fun.
For me to start creating content, so all this has stunk. I hope you really hear this, and I wish you the best.
I think Ethan Klein rocks a buzz cut pretty good. And
yeah, they couldn't even get Hassam. They couldn't get Hassan to say anything nice about him. I mean, Ethan has been going in hard on him, though. But it just goes to show you just how petty that motherfucker is. And Noah Samson's super fucking lame. Bro, you might be one of the most lamest motherfuckers on the whole entire internet. And you look like you steal kids. Like, if I saw you sitting in the car, I would make sure my daughter walked far, far away from you. He looks like he sells girls into porn. Like, that's what he looks like. He looks like he'd be selling girls into the adult film industry.
good choice of facial hair. I think it's really cool what he did 8 years ago, fighting that frivolous lawsuit. That was pretty fucked up. And fighting it, you know, he changed YouTube for the better. And I thought that was cool because I thought it was like he was fighting for free speech.
You know, don't sue me, please. Oh my God, here we go, guys. The ultimate the ultimate cope.
I also see the dynamic of Ethan and Neil. I'm like, fuck, like, it's really hard to be a couple online and see people attacking your partner, and it's like, okay, like if you come to their defense, if that doesn't always help them, right?
Yeah, Noah Sands to 100% Mama Max 2.0 for sure. Except he doesn't have that lame gimmick with the voice. This guy's like treating this like it's a therapy session. This guy's like, but here's the real, I got a real question for you. Is he crying because he's thinking about all this stuff? Or is he crying because he didn't change Ethan's score? I think he's really crying because he wouldn't change Ethan's score.
Sometimes that makes it worse for them.
And I have been kind of slipping into a very unhealthy.
Oh, if you never heard of Swim, check him out. He's got a great channel. He's got an awesome channel. He talks about comics and shit. Very good channel. Swim's a very talented guy. And he's doing really well on YouTube, too. Way better than I am. So the fact that he keeps popping in and saying hi to us, that's a big deal. So make sure you guys show love to Swim.
Place where it's
Filane's got a channel, too, as well.
gotten worse and worse.
Make sure you guys go check
her out. I get criticized more and more, and I get more
She's
defense.
She's going to come
on
after
a feeling of almost infallibility
some
that I can take anything on. It led me to make a lot of mistakes. And then when I was criticized for those mistakes, then I would act extremely defensive and nasty and not really processing them in a healthy way.
Oh, well.
Destination.
No, we are not watching it again. Hell no. Hell no. Let me get back to full screen here. Whew. How you feeling, folks? You feeling like your brain on drugs? Any questions? I used to watch Samson a lot more when I was more left, but even then, I thought he was too much. I can still watch Big Joel, but Noah Samson is annoying. Yeah, he just, I don't know. Something about him just is so cringy, and it just seems like I feel like Noah Samson doesn't even really believe in the shit he talks about. I think he just says it to try to look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he's sounds like EG, but look, yo, all right. First off, sometimes the accent comes and goes. Okay, nobody's perfect. All right, but I'll take that as a compliment because EG's a very handsome fella. But yeah, Noah Samson, just something about the guy fucking just, I don't know, really irks my soul. It really does irk my soul for sure. I don't have enough weed to cope with this. Yeah, well, we done. We did it, folks. We did it. We got through the worst video in the entire history of the internet. Put a round of applause for yourselves. Whew, that was heavy, heavy lifting. Glad to see you still here, Kim. It took 30 years for Idubbz to finally learn what empathy is. He said that himself. Yep. You know what's crazy, too, is like, after all this, like he built his career on Content Cop. He built his whole career on Content Cop. Next thing you know, he turns around and he destroys his whole fucking career on Content Cop. It's poetic, baby. It's poetic justice, man. I'm gonna tell you that much. Poetic justice. I blame EG. He hyped me up for this video. Yo, there was nothing to be hyped up for. There was nothing to be hyped. Yo, the hype is me. All right, chick nugs. EG's off sleeping, doing something else. I don't know what the fuck he's doing, but he ain't here. But I am the hype, baby. I bring the hype. I bring the pain. I bring the blame. You can blame EG, though. He ain't here to defend himself. What's the big announcement? Well, the big announcement is starting next Wednesday. We're going to be doing, EG is going to be doing it. But next Wednesday, we're going to be doing members-only streams every Wednesday night. So if you're a member, you're about to get extra night of streaming. So get excited. All right, we're going to be talking about stuff that exclusively is going to be on members-only chats. They will only be available to members. So get stoked. I heard Chick Nugs sucks on. Yo, baby. Don't knock until you try it. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I want to say about that. Now listen here. All right. I need to, y'all know that EG likes to sing, right? EG likes to sing. But sometimes, chick nugs. We got through 1,000 messages. It's been a while since we got through 1,000 messages. I guess that's what happens when you watch an hour-long video, though, huh? I think the only way to express myself, though, is through song. I might not be as good as EG, but I could play a tune. Play a little ditty about Jack and Diane. Hell yeah, this party just keeps getting better. The more the merrier. Oh shit.
Nomad became a lately.
Hell yeah, Nomad. Thank you so much. I miss the old Idubbz. I miss the old Idubbz. Where'd it go? 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 Where's the guy that put chins on Leafy? Where's the guy? Where'd he go? I don't know. Seems like just yesterday Idubbz wasn't so gay. Seems like just yesterday. But Idubbz, what the fuck happened to you? Oh, Idubbz, you're gay. I mean, you told us years ago, but we all thought, no way. Idubbz, who are you? I never thought that you'd be someone to hate on the Jews, but it's true. Fuck off, Idubbz. That's a country song called Idubbz is not a fan of the Jews. Unfortunately. I like the Jews. I got no problem with them. Most time they be giving me my loans. Bank loans, you know. Not a fan of hummus though. A little too sandy for me. Give me a good old-fashioned Philadelphia cream cheese. Again, thank you, Nomad, for the membership. Much love to you. I love that you been coming around quite often. We got a good community. We have a good time here. And it's only getting better. It's only gonna keep getting better. All right. Now, I'm no expert on this shit. So I thought, what better way to talk about this stuff than to get oh, come on. For some reason, the mouse is not working. Why is the mouse not working? Okay, now it's back. I think this computer needs a new CPU. I put 128 megabytes of RAM in here, so this thing should be cooking. Cream cheese over hummus, no racism. Yeah, that's right. You're not racist if you like cream cheese better. Glad to be. Yeah, you're definitely. We're a tight family, and we're happy to have you for sure. Especially since you come from Nerd's community. Fucking love Nerd over here. Big fan of the guy. All right. I don't know what the hell's going on with this mouse. I'm just trying to get to Discord. But it doesn't, it's not like, I don't even know if it's the mouse or if it's the mouse. Hang on one second, folks. What y'all think of that Idubbz song? I thought it was peak musical tastes. Does this thing even work? All right. Hopefully it's just the battery. All right. Because that would save me a whole lot of money instead of having to buy a new CPU. All right, we're gonna try to see if we can get Feline in here real quick. Have a little chitty chat about her, cause she, Idubbz actually, commented on her video. On the old video, she did a video talking about Creator Clash, and he commented and said, "Thank you for watching this." So I thought that was pretty neat, pretty cool of him to do that too. By the way. Hang on, sorry, I'm bringing up Discord. How's everybody doing? It was actually really good. Never heard your musical talents yet. Yeah, well, I'm gonna start trying to figure out a way to incorporate them in my edits, because I do think that that's a tool that I have that not a lot of people have, and you know, a lot of times it's about figuring out a way to stick out on YouTube. I could do the chick nugs thing, you know, people have fun with that, but that's why I only do it every once in a while. I appreciate it though. Alright, what is it? Okay. I think I got it. Hopefully this fucking works. Hopefully this works. Alright, I see you in the chat. Alright, you want to go jump in stream request line for me, Feline? Oh shit, I see EG's inbox got some good stuff in it. Like the Adam Carter thing, that'd be an interesting thing to talk about for sure. But interesting for sure to talk about that stuff. I like me a little Hollywood drama. Little Hollywood drama llama, you know what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, there's going to be, my next video I think is going to please the majority of the audience, so. Only Soul knows what, well actually no, more than one person knows who it's going to be on, but I don't think you'll be shocked. But I did, if you guys go back in my streams, you'll know who it's about. Are you getting in here, Feline? We don't need to watch together, so you can do a regular call. I can't enter the request chat. You can't, not even the request line? You should be able to at least get into the request line. Can you get into the streaming channel? Because you've been in here before, so you should have access to this. Try and see if you can get into the live stream voice channel. If not, Soul, can you see if you can troubleshoot to get her in there? So as many of you know, Feline Amisto, a.k.a. Advocatus Diaboli, she's from Germany. So Idubbz is a locale over there too. So that's pretty cool. It's locked. Why that shit locked? This should not be locked. User limit, permissions. Permissions not synced with voice channels. Okay, see, you should be able to get in there now. That's weird. That's weird. I heard Soul was spilling. Yeah, Soul's always spilling the beans, guys. What's up, Limey? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you, sir. Is it letting you in now, Feline? I just edited it. It should let you in. Should let you in now. Wait, no, it does. It still says locked. Okay, why does this say locked? This is super embarrassing. Super embarrassing. Permissions not synced with. Yeah, what is up with this? Oh, it does say the only roles allowed in there is admins. Alright, hang on. I'll add you. I'll add you to the stream call. 1 second. Doot doo 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 Do, 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 do. That's an elevator song. You know, they actually call elevator music muzak, not music. Muzak. All right, you should be able to get it. Try. There you go. There she is. Can you hear me, lady? Hang on, I might need to. Can you unmute yourself, my lady? Are you? Is it allowing you to unmute yourself? As you guys can see here, we run like a well-oiled machine. All right, it's saying you can't unmute. All right, hang on. Let me try and see if I can fix this. Oh, fix it. That's the one thing I just do not know a lot about is Discord. I'll be the first to tell you. I don't know a whole lot about this shit. Voice channel permissions. Speak. Speak. There she is. I knew we'd figure it out. Good to see you.
Just to finish my content cop skill, still.
So you're working on a content cop thing?
A reaction, but I wanted to still of my character in a cop outfit because the Gooners need something to watch.
You always gotta be thinking about them Gooners, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so what do you think? What was your initial reactions to this? What's your reactions to this whole shit show of a video?
At first, I was like, it first sounded like a content cop video, and then it came over to Hassan's room, and I knew from that moment on, okay, it's gonna be like those BreadTube videos, but a bit more comedy. I still had my hopes up, but it was terrible.
Yeah, I was just waiting for at
I
least
think,
like one
during my
skit.
recording, I accidentally said bitch instead of bridge one time.
Wait, say that again?
I accidentally said, I want to say burnt bridge, and I sent burnt bitch, and I just later realized it.
Oh, well, you know, people be burning bitches and
Because I was
bridges.
fucking... I was annoyed. Because it was kind of talking in circles, like he kept avoiding talking about that. All Ethan wanted from him was to just say, hey, the CP was at his home, the children and the pets are fine, it's clean, there was no need to call CPS. That's all Ethan wanted, and for some reason Idubbz doesn't even mention it, he talks around it, tries to find excuses and hypocrisy.
Yeah, he couldn't give him.
And I'm
he
just
couldn't
sitting
give
there.
him shit. He didn't want to give him an inch, like, at all. He was just like obsessed with making sure that Ethan got nothing out of this. I think he really thinks that this is like some kind of big learning experience for Ethan, but in reality, I think that he just embarrassed himself in front of the entire internet, like really badly.
He looks stupid. Like, sure, the Hassan audience and everyone will love it. Twitter will love it, but who cares what Twitter says?
Yeah, no, true. I mean, you're absolutely right. It's Twitter's such an evil place. The most unhappy people all collect there.
My personal opinion, you can disagree. Everyone in the chat is free to disagree. I think that Ian was waiting for a moment to drop Ethan.
Oh, well, he's clearly been working on this video for a long time. There's no way he put this together in the few short like
in a month.
Yeah,
it was a month.
In a month since Ethan said that.
2 weeks, month and 2 weeks.
Yeah, and he said it. He said it himself too, that he feels like Ethan was like, his content's getting worse, and I think that I think it all began with the fallout from Hassan. That's what first had Ethan in a position where he had to be like, okay, well, let me see, who do I who do I like better? Do I like Hassan better, or do I like Ethan better? And Hassan, he's probably like, Hassan can do a lot for me. Plus, my wife loves him. You know?
Yeah, it was kind of like, who am I siding with? The guy who I was friends with before, during, and after my rebrand, or the guy whose club my wife wants to get into? And don't forget, also, Denims has a podcast with Casey Ron and Anissa.
Oh, I didn't know that. So she's just mean girl in it, and then they kicked out Gila. Well, you know, being a parent, I don't imagine that any of them have kids, so they're you know, Gila can't be like as active with them as I'm guessing they can be with each other. So
they don't want her part of her club, so
yeah. So
I don't think they ever wanted to hang with Gila, but I think that Anissa wants to keep hanging with Denims and the others.
Yeah, because they're probably more age appropriate, and they're probably more like her. They probably let her like run the show because she's the bigger. Well, has the bigger connection out of all the people there.
It's basically three leftist or F chicks yas queening each other the whole time. It's a circle jerk with women.
Yeah, yeah, and you know, Gila has her moments.
So
but
see,
I
you learn
think,
something new.
I think that she probably also wants to be associated with like the prettier girls, like Denim's. You know, say what you want about her brain, which doesn't work very well, but she's an attractive girl, and I think that's why she got popular. And then she's just, I don't think that a lot of these creators really believe the things they say. I think they're kind of more like, I'm going to use this to help grow my brand. And I think that that's a huge problem on the internet right now, is that so many people just say whatever they want, not really believing it, and then they end up, you know, just using these as grifts to build an audience off of.
For me, for Hassan, it's like whatever the West agrees with, I'm against it. The West thinks China is bad, so I like China.
You like China?
And this stuff. No.
Oh, you're saying that's with them? Okay.
Hell no. And then all the people like Denims and Frogan don't look at, what would Hassan agree with? Okay, I'm gonna repeat what Hassan agrees with. And this is like this...
Which is crazy. Slope. It's a crazy thing to say, because Hassan is a bold-faced liar, and he's a propagandist, so he says things to try to get people raged and motivated to support his narratives. And then on the other side, like, you know, they're just like, sorry, my brain is freaking broken from watching that video. It was hard to get through that. It's probably, I really think, could be one of the worst videos online.
Definitely one of the worst videos this year. I know this year is young, but it will be hard to top.
Yeah, I know everybody was saying that 2024 was like the best year for drama, but 2025 is looking to be right there because, listen, there's one thing that everybody loves, and that's a good story, because everybody gets to use it for content. So the more that people can create these narratives to get people talking, the more likely everybody's going to have something to talk about. And everybody likes having something to talk about. So and it's better, too, because this way the commentary community don't have to keep cannibalizing itself by going after each other when there's no good stories out there.
Yeah, it's hella weird how one person after the other keeps getting exposed and whatnot.
Yeah, it's insane. So what's your so anything else you want to add about this this video that maybe you might think anybody be interested in knowing?
What personally pissed me off when Ethan was talking about Anissa saying that Ian saying that Anissa is half Lebanese, half Irish. Actually, there's a screenshot I can send to you if you want to. Anissa admits she's 8% Arab.
She's 8% Arab?
I can send you the screenshot.
Well, she must have did a 23andMe or something. It was, oh my God, I can't believe I'm Arab. She doesn't look, there's nothing Arab about that girl. Not a thing. She's like porcelain white.
Ian said it.
Oh,
I paused it and said she's fucking Canadian.
She's Canadian?
Yep.
Oh my God. Yeah, he's a contrarian for sure. It's insane. Like, this is like as a lot of people so graciously pointed out, this is like a cope fest and a fucking half. I don't think I've ever seen someone reach harder to try to paint someone in a negative light, and then so fakely try to end it by being like, let's all end on something nice that we can say about. It's like kindergarten, dude. Like this is. Idubbz cultivated an audience of mature people who were edgy, like started off maybe in their early 20s, but older people could appreciate like the craziness of his content. And now he's just like the kid in, you know, and I feel like he's coming from a place where he means well, but at the same time, it's like it just comes off so cringy.
To be honest, I kind of disagree. For me, like, he was all talking about, like, I was so toxic, I was only doing damage with the content cop, and then he thought, okay, we are the political correct side, so we also kind of have to be nice and constructive here. So let's all say something nice, and most of the people kind of didn't really say something nice, to be honest. They were mostly saying, like, I like the old you better. This is the vibe they kind of gave to me personally.
Oh, yeah.
Like, for example, when Noah Samson brought up, yeah, you had this lawsuit where you were the little guy fighting up, like, while Ethan is having a lawsuit with him. Like, come on, I'm not that stupid.
Yeah, so Nomad says it didn't feel like a video for Idubbz audience or any other audience. It was meant for Ethan to take him to task publicly. Yeah, it's a big public, it's like a big public fiasco, like a publicity stunt. And it doesn't hurt that Creator Clash is coming up, and now people are going to be going into that with controversy surrounding one of the fighters, which I think, I guess maybe in a way he felt like that might drum up some support. But it sounds like Ethan's trying to pull the girl from the fight, which I think would be a stupid move. Like get your money from, like, use this for the entertainment value it is. At the end of the day, we are all entertainers. We can come in here and spout the political nonsense and try to make sense of all this stuff. But at the end of the day, we're entertainers, and that's why we do what we do, because nobody would have an audience if you didn't provide some sort of entertainment. And sometimes you got to lean into that shit, I think.
Wait, who's trying to pull Lena from the fight?
I was watching H3's response, and he said that he was going to try to convince Lena not to fight.
Okay, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid.
I think it's her decision if she wants to fight or not, and like, if she quits because of him, he will prove their claim that he's forcing his employees to do stuff. Like, it's a very stupid idea if Ethan actually does it.
I don't think it would be a good move on his part personally, but
yeah, as an optics person, I gotta say they would feel justified to say that Ethan's employees have no say and they do whatever he wants them to do.
Yeah, and I think that that's the case anyway. You know, it's
as I said,
I was gonna say, as I said during the video, like, I feel like all these people deserve each other. They're all cringy. You know, Ethan's definitely done stuff to deserve criticism, and Idubbz is just some weird, former husk of himself that, like, I think the only glimpse that we saw of the former content cop is the intro where he was playing with the handcuffs and pretending to shadow box or whatever, and that's it. Other than that, I mean, he doesn't have the voices, he doesn't have the quirkiness or the humor that he once had, and I think he's basically cooked, you know. What's funny is when he said that when he ended Content Cop, he said, I'm doing this because, you know, for a while I felt insecure about my content. I didn't think I had the ability to entertain people. The funniest part of that is that now he has become all the things he used to think he was when he wasn't thinking that he was doing a good job with his videos.
Yeah, it was terrible video, really. It was. I was sitting and thinking, what were you thinking during this time? What was going through his head as he was editing and everything? Did he have a little Anissa behind him who said, good boy? You know, what was going on?
Glaze my future ex-husband that I leave you for, but you're never going to see it coming.
Yeah, let's be honest. The next Idubbz fight I'm looking forward is Joma versus Joma in divorce court. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good.
It's the
to
next fight I'm
watch.
looking forward to.
I mean, I see it coming.
Because let's be honest, we know that she will air all the dirty laundry. He will kind of try to stay silent and don't address things while crying in his sleep, and she will drop all the dirty laundry.
Yeah.
This
yeah,
is
for
my
sure.
prediction.
Absolutely. I
I know
totally
it's
agree.
kind of insensitive. I know what you are going through right now to talk about this, so sorry if
No, it's fine. I
was
mean,
mean.
it's fine. Like people break up. It happens. But I mean, EG's is still back there sleeping on the couch. I'm just chick nugs. I don't have an accent right now. I dropped it. The video literally broke my accent. That's how bad it was.
Yeah, but to be fair, already during the thing where Idubbz and Anissa made a stupid podcast, a lot of H3 fan members cancelled their tickets for Creator Clash.
Did they?
So, yes, a lot of people already canceled Creator Clash.
I
So
wouldn't be
probably that's
shocked.
also a reason why Idubbz choose to make this video, because he already lost the H3 crowd, so...
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, Ethan.
So it was not even like
Ethan still averages
risk.
about 10,000 viewers a stream, which is pretty damn good. I gotta admit, it's pretty damn good.
Definitely.
We'll get there one day. We will. I don't care what I
One
got.
day.
If I gotta start being the most provocative motherfucker on the internet, I will do it because that's what kind of guy I am. But EG, I don't know what's
One
his,
view
I
at a
don't know what his
time.
pl- I don't know what his plan is. Yeah, listen, you know, as long as I'm seeing new names pop up in the chat, I'm stoked. Now, I realized tonight, first off, everybody's reacting to this. Everyone. So I didn't expect, like, to have, like, a crazy amount of people in here. But I did have, you know, I'm obviously always super grateful for whoever does stick through this shit and want to talk about it. And, you know, maybe there'll be some people who want to see different perspectives down the road, but it's whew. It was funny too because yesterday everybody was trying to hurry up and react to it as fast as they could before it dies, you know, like before the hype dies. Tommy C did it the same day. Diorio did it the same day. Chud, I like Chud because he didn't rush it. He was like, I'll do it tomorrow, don't, you know, and he still had a nice viewership for it. But yeah, just absolute insanity and craziness. Anything else you want to add?
About the new members, but I'm gonna say one thing that you and EG have in common is each time you get new members or people you see, you welcome them by mispronouncing their names.
Hey, you know, that's how we do things in America. As long as I could sound, as long as I can sound it out, if I could sound it out and make it sound somewhat like what it looks like, I consider that a W, you know?
Hell yeah. So now I have to go to bed because it's 4 a.m. in my time
Yes.
zone.
Thank you for staying
So
up.
happy Easter time, everyone. Behave.
Or don't.
And bye-bye.
Steal the eggs you find from the kids.
I'll
Thank
make
you.
sure.
Thank you, Fellaine. Have a good one. Guys, go check out Fellaine's
Bye-bye.
channel. Is it still Avocados Diaboli or is it Fellaine now over on your YouTube?
Fellaine Misto.
All right. Fellaine
Fellaine
Misto.
Misto.
Check her out on YouTube, guys. Thank you, Fellaine. All right. That was Fellaine, everybody. Now, I don't know about y'all. That was a grind, dude. It was incredibly hard, but you know what? We party, baby. That's what we do. We have a good time here, and we try to do. Look, I got my accent back. My brain's healing itself. It's slowly healing itself. EG back there sleeping on the. Yeah, I heard your name is Sirach Onagen Little. Behave. Where's the fun in that? Yeah, exactly. You gotta have a little fun. You know. I think Limey, you'll like my next plan that I have coming up, or EG has coming up. I'm sorry. I keep confusing us because we're both awesome. But my name's Chick Nugs. I hope that everybody had a good time tonight. I know it was a grind. I'm going to be honest with you. I know it was a grind, but you know what? Sometimes you got to handle this shit. And I don't think EG felt like breaking down all the logical points and shit. So he called me and I just came in here basically to make fun of everybody. That's what I do best. So, with that said, y'all, much love to y'all, and this is where we'll end the stream. And I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Also, don't forget, starting Wednesday, I'll remind you guys on Tuesday, but starting Wednesday, we're doing membership streams. They're going to be fun. I'll be talking about pretty much whatever you guys want to talk about. Well, no, EG will. I'm sorry, EG will. That's it. I'm getting out of here. Fuck this. I got a boat to go drive and boobies to go look at. Let's go.
EG